Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ketchup, and you're watching the final week, week number 8 of the EU ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox.
We have a pretty crazy week lined up for you guys at home. Realistically, right, there is one more spot left that can be claimed for the top 5 European places that will be going to the global finals, the top 16 global finals next week in May.
It's so close. It's so close.
Madsen, who won the mid-season showdown from Germany. Foxy Grandpa has 500 points, so he's going to be able to...
I mean, realistically, we only have one more spot that is good to go. I mean, we have Mitsuones has a spot ready to go. Fasol, Foxy, and Madsen. So obviously, you know, Foxy has earned too many points. It is no longer possible for him to be overtaken. Madsen won the mid-season showdown. Mitsuones and Fasol having, again, too many points to be overtaken. So this week is very much going to be a... it's a fight for that last spot between two people. So it was a fight between Sumerian... It was a fight between Sumerian, Nivek, and Taco. Sumerian, as far as we're aware, has actually gone out of this tournament in the first round, so it's actually no longer possible for Sumerian to make that cut. It's not been officially submitted here, but Yusuf will be obviously taking out Shuffles. Nivek is yet to fight Madsen. That is our first game. But Taco's still in this as well. But that's what makes it a mix between if it's going to be Nivek or if it's going to be Taco. Because there was these, like, you know, all these like 3 or 4 or 5 players that had very similar amounts of points. Now it is just these two. They're the only two left really that can realistically get that. It would have been White Black, but unfortunately White Black went out one round earlier than he possibly should have last week to earn himself enough points. And here we are, where it's all going to come down to Nivek versus Madsen, which will be the first match that we'll show you guys today. Well, it's like we explained, really. It's like we've explained in the past how, you know, we are at a point where it's the final week and that one placement a little bit better may have potentially, you know, settled on whether you are one of the strong contenders for the final spot. You know, we've constantly explained how that could be the possibility. And unfortunately for White Black, that does seem to be the case. You know, I really wish that White Black have ended these slightly earlier because he was so good. He just ended
the few weeks he ended, he made a big
splash. He made a big difference in the few weeks he was here. I obviously getting second place in his first week, 3-2 that last set. Narrowly missing out on semis last time. Like, no, this guy really... good things for him today, but today it is down to Nivek or Taco. They are the two guys left that will go for that last spot. We have Fasol, Foxy Grandpa, Madsen, and now obviously Nivek as well. I mean, I'm really excited for it because Nivek has not been present in some of these tournaments. You know, sometimes when Nivek was not present, Sumerian was, sometimes vice versa. Nivek was present, Sumerian wasn't. So, you know, unfortunately, Sumerian losing in the first round has essentially secured the fact that he is not likely at all to be one of the final entrants anymore. And that will very much go to Nivek. But we have 3 minutes starting from now for the prediction point system. It's quite good stuff to go. You can see those little masks up there. We have them here. We have a prediction point system where you at home can win some cool stuff. This is done basically through Twitch chat. Twitch bot should be able to help you guys out. But it's done in the Twitch chat with !predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend. You start with 10, I'd like to remind you. Followed by the player you think is going to win the set. First place walks away with a reptile mask. Second place walks away with a Baraka mask. And third place will get a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. Warner Brothers UK were nice enough to send us these masks. Not these masks, some other masks on our birthday, and they're pretty cool. They're a cool little thing, Stone, if you're a fan of the game. It's more of a collector's item, really, I found. But, I mean, no, what is this Pro League that you're watching now? This is the last week. There have been a series of weekly tournaments with $1,000 in prize money to be won every week. This is the last week, but as always, there will be a split with $500 for first place, $300 for second, and $100 for third and fourth. They also win placement points, depending on how well they place. These placement points will determine whether or not they will go to the top 16 Burbank finals that will take place next week in LA, where they'll be playing off against the winners from North America and CIS Russia as well. So it's all to play for. This is the last week, so it's all to... Well, again, you know, it is a big deal this week. It's definitely, as you said, it is... You can't really describe it any other way of being all to play for. There's a $100,000 prize pot, $100,000 in the pot next week.
It started as $50,000.
Of course, and that was done through crowdfunding. Obviously, in each weekly tournament, first place will take home 500 of the 1,000, second place takes home 300, and then third and fourth, respectively, take home 100 each. The weekly money is one thing, but we are now in a point where it's all about the placement points. That is the most important thing of this final week.
Well, $500 isn't bad, but $100,000 is
much
significantly better.
Much nicer. As you can see here, obviously, first place would always take home 100, second place take home 75, and then, as it would go down and down, the points would also go down. So the important thing, especially with these last weekly tournaments, was, top 4 was no longer a nice extra. I mean, top 4 was mandatory. You needed to get those placement points, and that's kind of massively helped consistency for these players. You have Fasol, Mitsuones would enter basically every single week, and they have earned so many points. They have secured themselves, along with Foxy, who won. He's won 5 out of every tournament he's entered this week. Foxy has won every tournament he's entered, and that has literally comfortably put him way above any other player in the entire ESL league. As far as I'm aware, Foxy has earned the most.
Well, the European players that we have so far that have qualified, they've all done it in very different sort of ways. Madzin won the mid-season showdown, so that was his direct ticket to it. Foxy Grandpa, 5 ESL wins with 500 points in total. That's why he is no doubt the highest point earner in the European side of this league. But then you've got players like, Mitsuones, somewhat, some really consistent placings here and there, never really getting too far, but then he wins 2 weeks, and those 2 wins have cemented him in. But then you've got Fasol, who has yet to win or even place top 2 in these ESL weeklies, but through 8 weeks of consistency, or 7 weeks, I suppose, because this is obviously the 8th one now, but he was here again. The 7 weeks of consistency has got him to a guaranteed spot, even though he is yet to make first or second. Just, those good point earnings.
I think Fasol may have made Grand Finals one of the weeks. I could be wrong. It's quite bad if I'm wrong.
I don't
he's earned a lot of points.
I don't believe he has.
The important thing is that he's earned loads of points through just placing top 4 almost every time he would enter. It's very rare that Fasol would not make semi-finals, and that alone would give you, the 50 points every week. And if you enter every single tournament, every single week of the 8 weeks, that is, enough points to put you in, to this point, because it's mainly between like Nivek and that have just over 200 points. Each, and then Taco has almost 200. So the thing is, if you would constantly make semi-finals each week, you would get at least 50 points a week, which will add up very significantly, especially later on in this tournament, which is why we are where we are now. So the first match is going to be Nivek versus Madzin. I mean, that's going to be really, that's going to be a very important match for Nivek. Taco going through and being the 5th entrant for Europe basically is dictated whether Nivek beats Madzin.
Well, the way it's going to work is, if Nivek wins his top 16 game and goes through the top 8, in order for Taco to win and be able to become that 5th placer, he has to win this week in total. Like, Taco has to get first place if Nivek wins this match you're about to watch.
Or second if Nivek doesn't make it
But that's what I'm saying. If Nivek loses in top 16, Taco has to just he has to get into Grand Finals. The reason I don't say simply is because obviously he's got to go through Foxy Grandpa potentially as well, who is the guy that beat him in a very convincing 3-0 set last week. However, how far Taco has to get is dictated by the success of Nivek right here. If he manages to beat Madzin, then Taco has to win today. If Nivek loses to Madzin, Taco has to make Grand Finals to go. So this first match is going to be a lot more important than you might think.
Of course. I mean, we have simply reached that point where every set counts. Even the very first set of the night will count here for not just Nivek, but for Taco. Nivek needs to win this set, but Taco needs Nivek to lose this set. And, we're reaching a point now where it's so important because it's no longer about the weekly money. It's no longer even about what was earned before. It's about what happens right now.
But it's not even just I have to place highly. It's you have to hope that those who have placed near you also don't. You have to beat these guys on the way. You have to hope that if you're on one end of the bracket and they're on the other, that they lose early so you can then win and you can advance and they get no points, because that's what happened last week. That is exactly what happened last week.
Well, it's like we mentioned.
Tiebreaker now.
It's like what we mentioned, how it's moving up is one thing, but if you can keep the guys that are above you there, so while you're going up, they're not going up with you. They're staying where they are, and you are simply going past. That is ultimately what you want to achieve if you are one of the slightly lower point earners. So obviously, we have this first match, Nivek versus Madzin. Quite interesting, because Madzin, we know by now Madzin will only ever seem to use Grandmaster Sub-Zero in tournament. We've seen him use multiple characters in casuals, online and offline, but in tournament we've only ever seen him go Grandmaster Sub. Nivek knows the Grandmaster Sub matchup, however, Raiden was changed quite significantly in a recent patch with a string that he was given, some adjustments made, which generally seem to make Master of Storms and Displacer much more viable variations to use.
Well, beforehand it was very much Thunder God was kind of the only one worth using, because it had obviously the 50-50s that all variations
variations have, but Thunder God just has that sheer chip damage. So you've got the armor, you've got the meter build,
Corner carry.
Yeah, and you've obviously got the corner carry from the strings themselves as opposed to just the Superman dive. But now, thanks to, I can't remember the exact input. I believe it's forward 1-2 back 1 is the string.
It's forward 1-2 back 1. I think that is the string.
But it's a new string that Raiden has across all 3 of his variations now. So all 3 variations have access to that. It is a juggler now, so he has a launcher starting off his forward 1, which is a high, but it's a very, very good attack. It's very fast.
That was the important thing about that string, though. The forward
speed.
1 being one of the fastest normals in the entire game, but Thunder God was really the only variation that really got anything out of that poke. You know, the forward 1 being as fast as it was, Thunder God was the only variation that actually got anything off the forward 1. You know, now they've changed it so that Displacer and Master of Storms gets the benefits of forward 1 in that new string, which can be hit confirmed, you know, which is fine on block. It's not that bad, as far as I'm
And can
aware.
be special cancelled, so you can obviously chuck a shocker on the end if you think they're going to press
Of course,
buttons.
exactly. And if you're Master of Storms, you could do that string into, you know, the orb, for example, and set up for combo breaker opportunities, set up for traps, you know, tricking people into coming in. Use for Glue, who beat Shuffles 3-0, made his way into top 8. Use for Glue, we're going to see him fight Nivek or Madden, depending on who wins. Use for Glue has been using, basically since the patch, he's been using nothing but Master of Storms Raiden and getting really good mileage out of it. I mean, you know,
I can't take my eyes off the Baraka mask.
I feel bad.
I'm just staring at it on the screen.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Why not? If you guys predict properly, you'll get this.
Well, you know,
it's very masked.
first place is. I think it's first place gets Reptile, so first place walks home with that, and then second place gets Baraka, and then third place gets a T-shirt. So this is quite possibly one of the coolest prediction point prizes that we've seen so far. I think since the mid-season showdown.
The prizes have really sort of ramped up. I mean, obviously we had the Razor Stick for mid-season showdown, which was amazing as well. But now we have these cool masks as well. But it's all good. We're setting up this match, guys. We are trying to get to the first match as soon as we can. So thank you very much for staying with us.
Looks like we
We're
do
almost
have
ready
the
to go.
guys in the lobby now, so we can actually get started very soon.
I'm interested because I have heard people say that Nivek's been practicing with Displacer. We saw him use Displacer against Mitsuoins, and it didn't really work.
But that was pre-patch Displacer.
Now, what's the variation that Nivek's going to roll? That's the question. Thunder God. Because all 3 variations are good now. He's gone Thunder God. He's gone with what he knows. Yeah, and obviously, to be fair, Thunder God versus Grandmaster. I mean, it's a good call. He has beat I'm not sure if it's Madden specifically, but Nivek has beat many Sub-Zeros in Grandmaster with Thunder God. So it's definitely a variation that he knows that matchup in. You know, so who knows what's going to happen here? But this is a very important set for Nivek. He has to beat Madden.
So first set of the night, first set of the last week of Season 1. Nivek's advancement into the Burbank will ride on this set right here.
I love the opportunity there, thinking Madden was going to press a button. Oh, another Rago slide. That's one thing Madden will always do, is that Rago slide just to go straight in. Sometimes it will cover space, but sometimes it will really cost him. But he gets the corner pressure. This is what he needs to get started.
If Madden's full screen, he understands that the slide has really good whiff recovery, so he will use it to just occupy space and get in very quickly.
Oh, a nice reverse of positioning there from Nivek. Compromise on all the max damage, but pushing Madden in the corner.
Nivek trying to catch him going in, possibly trying to catch her back too.
Oh, I love the ninja jump punch on prediction of the string. Drops the combo though.
Oh, manages to narrowly avoid the clone.
We're at a stage now where Nivek needs to win this set so bad. Every single drop will be costly. Every drop. Good block on the low. Oh, a nice read there, but Madden going straight through it with a freeze. The clone occupying the armor, and then the freeze ball actually taking him out as normal. Madden taking the first round.
So Madden does have Nivek cornered right now. As I've said countless times in the past, this is where Grandmaster's going to do his damage.
It's quite interesting because Grandmaster will so effortlessly put you in the corner as well with the corner carry of every single string. And that would be a hard knockdown here from Madden. Hard knockdown into clone. And this is exactly where Madden wants to be.
Oh,
lovely read! Just too early on the new jump punch, doesn't quite get it. And there's the jump over on prediction, but doesn't quite get the full punish, but he still has Nivek cornered, and there's the ice ball. So
hard knockdown, clone.
Oh, opts not to go for the clone, goes to the back 3-3, hit confirms into the ice ball, whiffs the clone for the meter build, but Nivek will break. And he jumps straight into the clone. We've seen this so many times where Nivek, his lack of patience really kills him against Grandmaster sub. Oh, once again, the neutral jump punch doesn't quite get it. Almost think that Nivek is going to the option a bit too much in the set, and Madden is taking full advantage of it. The issue is when you do too many neutral jump punches, you simply just let the opponent run in. And we're at a point now where the chip will kill him. Madden taking a very convincing first game. I mean, that's not really how you want to start the tournament off, especially when this set is so important. I mean, that said, the stress of what this set brings may very well, it could easily get to Nivek. Because
well, I like what Madden opted to do at the end there. Obviously, like, you know, the ice ground pound isn't overhead. Sliders are low, but when you're in chip damage territory, just do the special move. Make it a 50-50, and that's exactly what Madden did, and he got the hit.
Of course, I mean, Madden really known for doing those reckless slides, which sometimes will win him games and sometimes will massively cost him games.
But if you know that's, I mean, almost, you know, back to the Mitsuones, Mr. Aquari, what we've said before, when someone is willing to, in the heat of the moment, do something that is unsafe,
It's unpredictable.
But if you know that player is going to do that, you have to respect it more than if you're playing someone that is, I guess, a little bit more calculated in those situations. Like, and you have to really make the adjustment that, okay, this guy is willing to do that. And if you don't respect it, you will get hit by it.
Nivek sitting in the character select, thinking about what he's going to do. He's actually looking to change variation, I think. He's actually picked Displacer Raiden. This is going to be quite interesting. Obviously, Raiden being buffed, he's now better in Displacer. I'm not sure if he gets that new combo where he could do Meat Burn Teleport. I'm not sure if that was always there. But there was that combo we saw online where he can do special cancelling to Meter Burn Teleport, which lets him simply loop the string for good damage.
From what I've seen of Raiden players and on the forums, it is like the general opinion that Raiden is just better across the board now because of these adjustments.
I fear no gods, Raiden.
That is why you shall lose.
Round 1.
I love these. We say it all the time, but I love these intro dialogues. Sometimes just sit there and let it happen. Madsen fishing for that first hit with Sub-Zero's godlike down 4.
Oh, goes to block jumping kick to make the clone disappear.
Madsen, I think Nivek's trying to check him with that string quite frequently, isn't he? Oh, Madsen ready for the teleport.
And Nivek once again already cornered. Oh, goes to string, but Madsen does get a clean jump over.
I think Madsen is just, he's already reading these teleports. He's jumping as he knows the teleport's going to come out.
And there's the clone once again. Oh, wow, and there's the plus frames. Can't press buttons after that. Oh, there's the forward one. That's the new string we're talking about.
Oh, and he drops the combo though, only getting 22% damage.
There's the Meat Burn Choppy just to check it.
Oh, he
and
dropped
once again, he drops.
Oh, and he's nice punish there on the teleport from Madsen. Doesn't get the follow-up, but we'll take the round anyway. I don't know what's up with Nivek. I mean, his execution at the start of the league was much more better than it is now. We all know that Nivek is a phenomenal player, but unfortunately, just as of recent tournaments, his execution just seems to not be as strong as it was before.
So execution won't make or break a player. Nivek is still more than capable of bringing this one back. But Amushi, he is cornered once again. Madsen playing this so well right now. Oh, and there's the anti-air, tries to capitalize, doesn't quite get it.
Oh, and he gets the double low. Madsen taking that's going to be a good situation for Madsen. Hard knockdown. Nivek cannot break, getting a clone out there. Oh, again ready for the teleport.
Madsen just with the ace reactions right now, ready for that all the time.
I feel like he's just been figured out at this point.
Oh, no sprint to finish the combo. Oh, goes to the back two, doesn't quite get it. Probably expected Madsen to block that.
This is going to be tricky for Nivek to come back from in this game. Oh, gets nice neutral jump punch, drops the combo again. I think we are yet to see Nivek complete a combo in this whole set.
Oh, wow. And then Madsen with the brutality to just say, no, this set is mine, you can't beat me.
It's insane. We are yet to see Nivek do a full combo, I think, in this whole set. He's losing out on so much damage.
But then there's Madsen, who's dropping nothing, and he's making the most. He's reacting. Obviously, he's reacting, he's punishing. Like, Madsen is playing very clean right now. We might be able to see Madsen go far this week if he continues.
It's quite funny because Madsen doesn't need to, you know, because Madsen won the mid-season showdown, he's already going to LA, you know. So he's in a situation where he's doing really, really well, but the pressure here is all on Nivek. Like, Nivek needs to do well here. It's quite heartbreaking to see right now because we know that Nivek's execution was normally so on point. If you watched him in the Fans' Choice tournament, dropping very little, taking 7 straight games off Foxy, not an easy feat at all. But in recent weeks, in these leagues, his execution has really cost it for him. He's been dropping so many combos in these tournaments, and it will bite you. And unfortunately, we are really seeing the repercussions of that, where
he's opted to go back to Thunder God for this match. He's got to make a clean 3-game comeback, and there's neutral jump punch.
Too far away to capitalize on that combo, unfortunately.
The blocks, and there's the meter burn from Madsen. Madsen's still sitting at a good amount of meter, though.
Oh, and Madsen with the instant jumping punch, catching that neutral jump.
Oh, Madsen is starting to just chuck out instant jumping punch just to catch these neutral jump punch, and it's working for him all the time.
Oh, and he gets the full combo. He does actually drop the combo, but gets 22% damage anyway. Nivek having to break. This is not looking good for Nivek right now.
Goes for the first hit of the 1-2. Goes on the Rawlo, and match point Madsen already. What a set from this guy so far.
It's quite heartbreaking to see in the sense that, you know, Nivek, it's not going well for him right now, but he needs to win this set.
But if he does indeed lose this, then it's effectively going to be up to Foxy Grandpa to decide who is going to be the 5th placer. And there's the capitalizing from Nivek. Opts not to go into the dive.
Nivek certainly trying to fight back, but gets tagged by the second hit of the low. Hard knockdown from the slide into clone. Oh, just too far out of the way. Nivek trying to make a read on that reversal, but Madsen ready for it, committing into the ball. Not a great read there, I think, committing to the ball, but Nivek not really getting max damage, opting to put Madsen in the corner.
There's a back two.
He doesn't get the option select. Try to option select that overhead.
So hot dog, and once again, this is looking dire for Nivek. Oh, into the back too. Nivek, no doubt, expecting a clone. Madsen, no it. Oh, wow, this could be it. It's going to be curtains for Nivek, no doubt about it. Madsen taking that 3-0, and he's no doubt going to end it in a noob Cybot faction kill, as he always does. Oh. It's upsetting to see, really, because Nivek needed to win that set. I mean, he's still potentially going to be one of the qualifiers for LA, but the situation now it rides on Taco. The situation we're in now is Taco needs to make grand finals to overtake Nivek in points. If he doesn't do that, Nivek is still going to be there. However, because Nivek lost this set, Madsen had such a... I mean, this set was fantastic for Madsen. Like, he played really well, as you can see here, like, just complete corner dominance, completely, you know, just in Nivek's head right now. As soon as he's got you waiting for clones, he's going to run in for 50-50. I think that was an attempted Superman. I think that was an attempted Superman that he just didn't get out. Trying to escape the corner. We know that Nivek normally likes to do a... When he jumps and he's nearly in the corner, he'll do a Superman charge to get out of the corner. I really think that he did not mean to get a kick. I think he tried to do Superman. Very unfortunate. Regardless, you know, Madsen just ran away with that set. Well, the reality, he played really well. He simply played better in the set. Yeah, his execution was on point. His reactions, his reads, his anti-air game, even his jump in air-to-air game was just on point. You can't really knock what Madsen did there. I think it was congratulations to him moving into top 8. The biggest thing there for me was Madsen when he was fighting Displacer. Like, every single teleport was punished. He was always ready for a teleport, and his reactions on it was, you know, very, very top notch. But the teleport is what you pick Displacer for. So if your teleports are immediately shut down, you have 3 rounds to think to yourself, uh-oh. Which is no doubt what I picked this variation for is not going to work for me. This could be a problem. But that's no doubt why he went back to Thunder God, because the teleport wasn't really doing anything for him. So as you can see there, it's going to be Madsen versus Use for Glue. This is going to be interesting because the last time Madsen and Use for Glue fought, it was Sub-Zero Mirror, and it was a very dominant set to Use for Glue when these guys last fought in tournament. That was when Use for Glue was using Cryomancer, I believe. No, I believe that was him against Taco, not Madsen. I'm fairly certain Use for Glue has fought Madsen before. He has in casuals, but I'm not sure if it was in the ESL leagues. I'm fairly certain he fought Taco. The problem is we have too many Sub-Zeros. We have so many Sub-Zeros that Use for Glue has given the Sub-Zero mirror to. I have lost count. But I'm fairly certain Use for Glue was... I'm fairly certain it was Madsen that he's fought. Because it was that week. I strongly think that it was Madsen. Could have been both, could have been neither, but regardless, they're playing now. They're playing today. They're playing today. It's going to be a good set because, you know, Use for Glue knows the matchup. He's been playing a lot of Master of Storms Raiden, though. So hey, I personally think he's unlikely to go Sub-Zero against Madsen. And Madsen is almost, you know, guaranteed to go Grandmaster Sub because that's his character at the moment. You know, that is his tournament character. That's what he's been getting the most success with. You know, Madsen is doing really well with this character. So that's kind of what we've been saying since day one. Character loyalty is showing through in the end. I mean, obviously we've got these characters like Foxy Grandpa, started out with Buzzsaw, now plays Tempest. But then you've got other characters who have just stuck with variations through and through, like Madsen, obviously, with Grandmaster Sub-Zero. We've seen him play others in tournament, like I believe at DreamHack we saw him try out Unbreakable Sub-Zero against White Black, because, you know, the clone is what you pick Grandmaster for, and if the clone doesn't give you a lot of mileage, then don't pick Grandmaster. And that was what we saw that for. White Black certainly did a really good job when they fought in DreamHack of just shutting down the clone, which is no doubt why Madsen changed to Unbreakable, because when they originally fought in the tournament and Madsen was sent to losers by White Black at DreamHack for the Swedish Mortal Kombat Cup qualifier that was the tournament where Foxy actually was the Swedish representative, which is quite a funny thought, really. But when they fought in the winners bracket, White Black simply just shut down Madsen. He just completely nullified the clone with things like Low Fireball, punishing clone with Meter Burn Bicycle. Then as soon as you start jumping to beat Low Fireball full screen, you're going for a flying kick and exactly straight back there. So when they fought in the losers bracket, losers finals, Madsen opted to go for Unbreakable. That was the first time. That was the first time we ever actually saw Madsen change something that wasn't Grandmaster in tournament. I actually won the first game in Unbreakable as well, but then just unfortunately White Black made the adjustment and Madsen was unable to further make the adjustment. But we're going into our next game now, which is a match that I always get excited for, which is going to be Foxy Grandpa from the UK versus White Black from France. Just to remind you guys, White Black really is the European Marvel god. You know, this guy is a complete king of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and he's been tournaments all over the world and has done very, very well for himself, picking up Mortal Kombat X as his first Mortal Kombat game, and he's doing really well around Europe. He's been, placing highly in multiple ESLs. He actually entered this tournament quite late. But in his very first tournament, got second place, losing narrowly. If only White Black had joined like 2 weeks before and had 2 more weeks of consistent placings. I have no doubt White Black would be one of our qualifiers if he entered earlier. I really think so, because he had such a solid showing just from the get-go late on in the tournament. If he just entered earlier, I really think he would have
strongly potentially been one of our
Well,
entrants.
unfortunately for White Black, we are now at a point where even if he wins today and gets first place, he can still no longer be one of the 5 qualifiers. However, that doesn't mean he isn't here to play. There's still $1,000 in prize money to be won today, so they are still playing for that $500 first place. But I mean, I'm really excited for it in the sense that White Black, he gets better each week. And he said to me last week on Twitter, he said, I'm going to look into Flamefist. Flamefist has been massively buffed right now. So whether he's actually going to go with Flamefist now, I have no idea. But he was playing a really solid Dragon's Fire, really strong neutral game. Okay, so we have the game going in right now. Both players getting ready. You guys at home have 3 minutes as of now to make your predictions. If you think Foxy or White Black's going to take it, it's done in Twitch chat. Twitch bot hopefully should be helping you guys out, but in Twitch chat, it's !predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend, followed by the player you think's going to win the set. Everyone tonight will start with 10. First place gets a Reptile mask. Second place gets a Baraka mask, like this. And third place will get a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. But it's all good. These masks are really cool. We've got some as well. Well, it's, October's coming up. Halloween, and all that. I don't think that's a bad starting point. Who wouldn't want to dress up as Baraka for Halloween? That's all good. These are really cool, though, to be fair. And they're, like, officially licensed and everything. That's sick. That's amazing. You can you can change their facial expressions as well just by creasing it. There you go. That's more down to what they're made out of, though, than an actual feature. Angry Baraka. Angrier than Numa. I'll try and rest that. He's gone a bit pointy, but we'll leave it there. That's all good. Yours is kind of moved on to one. It's kind of flip-flopped. Yeah, it's kind of squished down. I'm trying to perch it, but it's really difficult because it doesn't quite want to play ball. It's not quite symmetrical as it is a latex mask. It's almost like it's not designed to stand up by itself, isn't it? But either way, going into the next match, both players are here. They're just practicing, ready to go. In the button check, White Black is using Flame Fist. So whether White Black's actually going to use Flame Fist in the tournament, I have no idea. But just to remind you guys, Flame Fist was massively upgraded. We saw Fox's grandpa doing the Sonic Fox speed bag right now.
we saw Yomi Zyfox have a really, really strong showing with Flame Fist Liu Kang at CEO this past weekend. Really demonstrating what Flame Fist Liu Kang can do now. It was always a pretty cool variation, but I really feel like Dragon's Fire just nullified the other two. Whereas now they've upgraded Flame Fist, it's now, you choose. Would you rather have the options of Dragon's Fire or the options of Flame Fist? Which that's my favourite thing about the variations in the game, is that you now have a character with multiple decent variations, so you can choose which skill set that you want. It's not that there's one variation and that's it, nullifies the other two. You now have real options of creativity. You can pick multiple versions of a character and still have just as much of a good chance with both.
Well, I remember when Flame Fist received the buff, it was merely like a day or so before we saw White Black play in one of these leagues. So
Too early for him to learn.
No, but I remember we did say I would like to see White Black try Flame Fist and see if he can make it work. So hopefully we see it today. I don't know, obviously this is just a check for them, so I really hope we see it, but I wouldn't really hold it against him if he sticks with his guns and goes with his variation that he's been playing since day one, really.
Well, it's helped him out. I mean, I'd like to sort of remind you guys at home. I spoke to White Black in Sweden for DreamHack, and when he told me that Mortal Kombat X was his first Mortal Kombat, I basically said to him, why Liu Kang? I said, why did you pick Liu Kang in Dragon's Fire? And he basically said to me that if I'm new to Mortal Kombat X, I wanted to pick a character that ticks a lot of boxes. A character that has good keep away, good fireballs, good counter zoning, but can also establish a very strong neutral game. Has good damage, but no real 50-50s, just really strong sort of pressure. So if you can establish a strong neutral game, you can get quite far because you can play space control, you can play on reactions, reads, interrupts. He's got armor to go through things. He has basically all the things that you'd need as a new Mortal Kombat player, and that's basically why White Black started playing Dragon's Fire Liu Kang. And as you can see, in his gameplay, apparently or evidently has helped him learn the game, and he's done really well for himself. I really think Liu Kang was a good call for him, but now he's in the button check using Flame Fist. I don't know who's going to use Flame Fist in the tournament, but I'm really excited to see if he does.
I hope he does. I really hope he does.
I just like watching Flame Fist. It's really stylish.
Well, the changes Flame Fist received, his flame aura now recovers significantly faster,
almost instantly.
His flurry punches, which is the Flame Fist version of the bicycle kick, can now be special cancelled out of, so you can cancel into it, and then near the end of the attack you could do another special and it will actually combo from it.
Always pick
Flame Fist! Yes! White Black, you legend. Show us something amazing, please.
I'm really excited. I mean, I've never seen him play Flame Fist, but we have Zarakamaka in the UK, who's been showing us some really cool Flame Fist stuff. As I said, Yomi Zyfox picking a really strong Flame Fist at CEO. So we've seen what this character can do.
Then we also have, Carnage in the UK, started with him since day one. I've not seen him play since the patch, so I'm sure that he can really make it work.
Let's have a go. Let's see who's going to take it. That all-important first hit, especially against Tempest. Oh, a nice down one to challenge the -3 there. And that's the thing Foxy starts to do, which he kind of used me as the test dummy for it, where he'll get the plus frames of the meter burn hat and then run in and delay the string. So it almost looks like he's going to go for a throw.
But it will beat a backdash, it will beat if you try and, you know, just walk back from it. Oh, and there's that B&B, 39% meatless from White Black. Oh, nice challenge there, amazing stuff from White Black right now. Loads of down ones. White Black looking at the life lead right now, but there's the throw into the corner as well. Foxy does not want to let him out. That is where Tempest Lau is just going to make you his. There's a jailing once again in the teleport grab. Oh, nice read on the teleport, but it was just too far away. Tried to capitalize, got the combo. Hard knockdown, orbiting hat, no doubt. Here comes the pressure. Oh, 1-1, that +1 on block, that string. I was talking to Foxy, I was like, where's that on block? He said +1, and I was like, oh, that's annoying. That's really irritating.
Fight.
Then you can just see the quick recovery of that Flame Fist aura. Good thing about Winya, when his hands are like that, his projectiles does 10% damage on hit and almost 4% damage in chip damage. But the interesting thing here, Foxy, not necessarily the interesting, Foxy rocking the new costume for Kung Lao, which I think is really good. Getting the reversal there. Hard knockdown. Here comes the hard knockdown into orbiting hat, I think. Oh, he opts in to save the hat. Keeping the corner pressure. Oh, what a reversal from White Black. He was ready for that teleport. It was a costly read though. That is 3 bars to beat. You now have no breaker. Like when you're on this much health, it would have been more worth it, I think, if he had won the first round. Oh wow, and that will be the game. Oh, round 2 to White Black. Round 3 going in now. I mean, no bar from White Black, but we're seeing just the damage and the mileage he's getting without having to use any meter at all. So I don't think he's too worried. Flame Fist doesn't really need the meter to get solid damage anymore. That's one of the changes. And he gets a nice grab, throwing White Black into the corner, not giving him room to play that viable keep away that Flame Fist does so strongly. It's the double overhead. Good blocks from White Black. Oh, misses the jump in. White Black goes to the anti-cross-up. Oh, goes to the throw, but doesn't quite get it. Oh, that plus on block, down 3. Scramble ops to break just to not give him the sat. Oh, a situation! Oh, no, full punish! White Black tries to punish, but execution error giving him just a standing 1 punish. Oh, catches a forward 4, but the next hit whiffs. Oh, and there's the interrupt. Although you can special cancel that backhand, you can armor through. There is a gap. There is a gap. Oh, here comes the zoning. Oh, and he gets a low! Nice, White Black taking that first game with the newly buffed Flame Fist. Crazy, man, just the damage, the shit damage. Every time you tag your flurry punch, you can either go into the low fireball, you can go into special move. Like, you can really choose that off of every touch. Do you go into the back fist to send them full screen? Do you go into the dive kick? Do you go into the fireball to leave them standing? Like, you have a lot of options now, as well as a chunk of damage. In terms of options, though, we have to remember that although a lot of the options that Liu Kang can cancel into from the windmill punches is safe on block. The backhand punch is unpunishable. That's why you'll more often than not see a Liu Kang player hit confirm on block into the safe backhand punch. It can be interrupted. You just saw there Foxy acknowledging that any option he goes for after the windmill punches can be beat out with a meter burn spin.
On block.
On block.
Pointing out as well.
On block. It was just
hit 100% guaranteed, but on block there is a gap.
But it was just very unfortunate that Foxy really didn't have the health to capitalize massively on it. But they've gone for a straight-up rematch, I think. Foxy will be using Tempest again, White Black with Flame Fist. But that's a really strong showing. I'm really glad White Black has kind of gone into the lab and really seen what this character can do. Oh, Foxy getting the first hit. Quite important, really. If Tempest Lau gets that first hit, you know, he's denying you of the breaker from his meterless damage.
Oh, White Black pressing buttons in between the string, and he will pay for it here. 35% meterless damage.
Oh, when he gets the low, but that actually does launch in the corner, almost like a pseudo 50-50, where if he catches the sweep with the orbiting hat, you actually get juggled by the orbiting hat. What a solid round from Foxy. Flawless victory.
Wow, what
That's a message.
That is an answer. That is an answer for game 1. White Black still cornered, but White Black sitting with almost a full bar of meter right now. Does have the flame aura. Of course, just a block all this right now. Presses buttons. This is where Kung Lao wants to go. And there's a good break from White Black.
He got that 2-frame link, but White Black ready to break. Oh, a lovely read from Foxy. And that's be another full damage.
This is the worst.
As the buff to Tempest, though, you know, you get such strong damage at the cost of no meter.
But that is the worst situation you want to find yourself in, is if you break a combo and then immediately get hit by the exact same combo again. And that will be game 2 to Foxy Grandpa.
That's probably the quickest game I think we have ever seen in ESL EU. I mean, like, that was a really good first game. It was a really strong first game from White Black, but then
a double flawless from Foxy Grandpa,
double
though.
Flawless. I mean, it's always a bit sucky where you get the first game and it was a really good game from you, and then when you feel like you're riding the momentum, the opponent just washes it in the next game and completely takes it.
But what happened? One combo put White Black into the corner. Tempest Lau with you in the corner. That's going to be it. And we'll see, you know, one of the combos again now. We'll see. I mean, just you can see that read on the jump. The amount of life that just gets taken away off a standing string.
Well, it's always risky throwing a fireball against Kung Lao because the sheer range of his jump 2, you know, the jumping hat strike being the jump 2,
If he gets a read on a fireball, it has so much range, and his strings will all capitalize. And sometimes if you get a jump in from far away, you won't be able to capitalize on the combo. Kung Lao, that's not a problem. He'll get a full combo every single time. If he gets a good read, he will beat your projectile from a deceivingly fast range. See, White Black's gone back to Dragon's Fire. So White Black has opted to go away from Flame Fist and go back to his comfort zone. He tries to punish there, but doesn't quite get it. Dragon's Fire giving you the option to meter burn your bicycle kick. But or you can turn your flying kick into a bicycle kick to be plus on block. Foxy actually got a good read on the teleport, but the overhead punch did actually whiff on the fireball. No doubt Foxy was not expecting that. Oh wow, catches the dive kick, doesn't quite manage to capitalize. There's a down 4. White Black caught pressing buttons after down 4.
Oh, very unfortunate there, drops the link.
There's the plus frames in the meter build. White Black caught pressing buttons, drops the combo again. I asked Foxy, sometimes a lot of Tempest Lao players go for the easier combo, which does about 32%. And I said to Foxy, like, why don't you go for the easier stuff? And he says, the reality is you drop so much damage by going for the easier one. He's just trying to learn the muscle memory of the max damage every time. Ooh, that's going to be chip damage into death. And there's the instant dive kick, just knowing that if White Black was to do a down poke just to catch momentum, that was going to get chewed up by the dive kick. So smart stuff from Foxy Grandpa. White Black really needing to make some sort of major adjustment. Again, we just said if Kung Lao gets that one read on a fireball, he'll punish you from a deceivingly far distance, and right there we saw it. Oh, wow, catches him, it doesn't quite, couldn't go into the spin as the orbiting hat had not quite come back to his head yet. Oh, White Black has no meter to interrupt that, so he is going to have to just take that mix-up. Oh wow, clean down to Anya, good stuff. Good range on it too, nice reactions. What did he try and go for it? Down 3. Oh, and there's the so far away. And that's going to take it. With the brutality as well. Welcome back, Foxy Grandpa. Brutality. That was less. That was a lot less of a one-sided match, though, to be fair. White Black was managing to get some fight back. It's just as soon as Kung Lao has you blocking meter burn hats, but I don't think that's where you get the problems. But I don't think it's a matter of the fact he changed to Dragon's Fire. It seemed like even if he was in Flame Fist, it wasn't really that he couldn't get much off. We didn't see any run cancels there. He wasn't really able to do anything that Dragon's Fire allows him to do. So we still weren't really able to see whether changing to Dragon's Fire was a good call or not. Because we haven't find out very soon what the variation gives him. But he's looking here, back in the character select, is he going to go Dragon's Fire or Flame Fist? I think he did better in Flame Fist, personally. But the reality is whether he's making the adjustments. I think he's actually gone back to Flame Fist, which is... I mean, it's an interesting thing because the second match with Foxy was really dominant. Wasn't as dominant in this round, but the reality is when Foxy gets in and starts doing the Tempest Lao pressure, every character is, in danger from it. That's just the reality of the situation.
Unless you're Cassie Cage.
Of course, who can just flip kick for free. Flip kick you for days. But yeah, so we'll see what variation he's picked here. Foxy obviously using Tempest.
Flame Fist, yeah, he has opted to go back to Flame Fist.
Once again, just the deceivingly large range of that jump too. So strong, 36% meterless. And that would just chew up any armor. That is the strength of the orbiting hat. You cannot armored reversal. White Black caught pressing buttons again. Foxy not getting the link. Goes about that 4-4 string. If you see Kung Lao players drop it after the orbiting hat, you can actually interrupt for free punish. Oh, Foxy tries to get the punish, but lovely interrupt there from White Black. Drops to finish the throw punches in the back fist just to send him full screen. And here we go. This is where White Black really wants to get his damage. Oh, good blocking the trip guard attempt. Oh, but he's not ready for that teleport, and he gets tagged. Match point, Foxy Grandpa. Like, as long as White Black manages to stay away from the corner, he should stand a much more chance. Much better chance. Much more of a chance. You know what I mean. Hey, you didn't let me get away with the very do last week. But anyway, he gets a nice read on the head grab. Oh, down 3 into down 1. Not quite sure if White Black wanted that. Oh, wow. And there's the clean trip guard with the back 2. Oh, goes to the Flame Fist. But it's clean punished by Foxy Grandpa. Gets the 2-frame link, but White Black will break to get back to the positioning. It always seems like the second Foxy gets that 2-frame link, they break. Every time. So we can't see the follow-up. Oh, nice conversion from Foxy into another orbiting hat. And he gets the low. That's the sort of 50-50 Foxy was telling us about. If he catches the low
he falls out. What a waste of meter from Foxy Grandpa.
Well, the prophecy comes true once again. Unfortunate. Here comes a hit confirm. One more hit from White Black to take it, but the delayed wake up. And he finally gets the 2-frame link there, and he's going to end it. Finally gets it. I mean, that's really strange. He got the X-ray, but he just fell out of it. That almost cost him the round. Too much gravity had been used up in the juggle before then. That was why. Unfortunately, if White Black had waited just a few more frames before doing that back two, he would have forced him to block it on wake up. But the maximum delayed wake up by Foxy Grandpa into the whiff punish of the then whiff back two. It was a good situation for White Black to pull that one back. But
Foxy kept it together and just punished it, really. It was the delayed wake-up. That was it. Sometimes you bet it all on delayed wake-up. Foxy delayed it to the maximum capacity. White-Black thought he was going to get up earlier, did the back two, and Foxy just stood up and then punished it while he was recovering. You know, that's one of the strengths of delayed wake-up, is you can just delay your wake-up, and if they think you're going to do it earlier, as you're standing up, they might very well be recovering from a move. As you saw there, White-Black was recovering from the backhand. Foxy just stood up and then completely punished him on the recovery frames. There was nothing White-Black could do about it. A really good game there. I do think that White-Black could potentially stick with Flame Fist because it was helping him out big time there. Foxy just made the adjustment. You know, he always seems to do that when he loses. He'll make the adjustment and then pull it back. Almost, you know, always 3 straight. It's quite interesting to see how he manages to pull it together all the time.
So hopefully next it looks like we'll be getting Lowland Lions Taco versus Alim. Alim did manage to eliminate Sumerian 3-0. If Alim beats Taco now, Nivek goes as your 5th qualifier. If Taco advances, he has to beat Foxy Grandpa and then he will be your 5th one.
This is going to be a gauntlet for Taco because now Nivek lost first round.
There is one person left in this tournament that it means more to than anyone else in it, and that is Taco.
Of course. So it's now the remainder of this tournament lies entirely on Taco's shoulders. Like, now Nivek went out first round. Taco needs to get minimum grand finals. To get grand finals, he needs to beat Foxy to do it. And his first opponent first. So he needs to beat his top 8 opponent first.
He needs to beat Alim, who eliminated Sumerian.
So he needs to beat Alim first, and then needs to beat Foxy. Foxy 3-0 Taco last week, so that's not going to be easy for him at all.
But he has to do it. Exactly.
He must do it. His reward for beating Foxy will be LA.
Will be a free trip to LA where he can
trip
compete
to
for
LA.
$100,000.
Just to remind you guys, you know, as you are aware, this is the ESL, you know, Mortal Kombat X Pro League. We are in the final week. The reason we're talking about it being so important is because we are at the final week right now. Next week in LA is the top 16 World Finals. There is a prize pot of $100,000, and it's between Nivek and Taco. Nivek has gone out in the first round, which means that all Taco needs to do is get grand finals. And then he's going to LA over Nivek. But he must do it. He has to get grand finals. If he doesn't, he's not going.
And standing in his way is Alim, who's eliminated Sumerian, and Foxy Grandpa, who beat him in a very convincing set last week, 3-0 in the Grand Finals. However, he made Grand Finals last week, so he can do it again. He just has to beat Foxy Grandpa and Alim.
It's not going to be an easy feat, but he will be well rewarded if he beats Foxy.
So the top 16 next week, let's talk about that for a second. So we know it's going to be a minimum $100,000 prize pot. Going to be casted by the two of us. We're happy to be able to announce now. We're going to be there casting that along with...
We're going to be in LA again.
Along with Brian Compton and Dustin Kane, so that's going to be really good.
But I won't be getting bodied 5-0 this time. I'll be talking about it instead, which is all good. But I mean, I'm really excited for it because we have so many players. I mean, the confirmed players, we have, you know, Sonic Fox confirmed in America. We have Perfect Legend, Big D. You know, in Europe we have Mitsuones, Fasol, you know, CIS, Cheap Eddie and La. So many strong players will be there, you know, and it really is gonna be a collection of the world, you know, some of the world's best players.
So moving into the next set, we do have 3 minutes for you guys to make your predictions. It will be Lowland Lions Taco versus Alim. 3 minutes to make your predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Up for grabs today. First place in the prediction points will win a reptile mask. This thing right here. This I don't know what it's made out of. I want to say latex, but I don't know. But anyway, first place wins that. Second place manages to win a Baraka mask, and third place will walk away with a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. So this will be your last opportunity to predict through the weekly tournaments.
Yeah.
As this is week 8, the last week of Season 1.
The final week of Season 1. I mean, it's been a good journey. It's been a really good journey. But I mean, let's also talk about... Your mask fell over.
I know, right?
Let's talk about... We'll fix it during the break. That's all good. We'll talk about why is the prize pot $100,000? Why has Evo got a 50k pot? Why has CEO, which has just gone, why did that have a $10,000 pot?
Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin.
Why is that?
I thought you were going to take over. All right. No, basically,
roll with it.
The Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin you can pick up on the store for PlayStation Network, PC, and Xbox Live. Portions of the profits to that skin will go straight into the prize pot for the competitive circuit, as what you see now. It started out as a $50,000 prize pot, and that has now gone up to $100,000 purely on the sale of that skin. So anyone at home watching, if you picked up that skin, thank you so much for supporting the scene.
You are the reason this is all happening, so thank you very much.
And you are going to change multiple people's lives next week with the amount of money that someone is going to win.
Next week, if you're a competitive player and you're one of 16 players in the world that's getting sent
to compete for $100,000. If you win that is a sum of money that you will not forget about, you know. And the only reason it is that size is because of you guys at home getting that blue steel Sub-Zero skin and contributing towards this competitive circuit. So, you know, once again, thank you all very much for your support towards the scene, you know, and here's to keep on contributing, I suppose. You know, it's only moving up, as they say. It's only moving up.
It's just a shame that we don't see some of our hundreds of European Sub-Zero players using the skin in the
I know, right?
in the Pro League.
Because they all own it. They all own the skin, but none of them use it. I don't even know. This mask is cool, though. I can't stop looking at it. During the breaks, I just keep staring at it.
Because like I said before, Halloween's coming up in October. This is perfect.
It is.
100% perfect.
If you can keep it on for that long. Which, you know, it's a challenge in itself, keeping a latex mask on for extended periods of time. But it looks cool, so it's all good. We are setting up this next match now.
Oh, wow. So this is the first time we've seen Aleem play. It looks like he's been playing some pumped up jacks, which we haven't seen for quite some time in the league.
He's using him in the button checks. I don't know if he's going to use him in the...
At the same time, I suppose we do have Taco playing Bujitsu Kung Jin in the check, and that is not a character we've seen him play properly before.
Who knows then? So we'll have to wait and see. These guys are getting their game ready to go. But I mean, as we've mentioned before, this is, once again, a very important set. Taco needs to win this. He needs to win this set to go to LA, and he needs to win the next set to go to LA as well. So there is potentially $100,000 riding on this set that you guys are about to see, and it is entirely on Taco's shoulders. He must win.
I hope he's not watching this, because I don't want to make him feel pressured, but we have to point it out.
It's my job. It's my job to make him feel pressured, Mustard. It's all good. That's what I have to do. It's like, did you like the Mortal Kombat 9 reference of he must win?
He must win.
I didn't plan on it, but when I said it, I'm like, oh, Mortal Kombat 9, sick.
So you congratulated yourself for what you said.
I'm giving myself a round of applause for that good joke.
Let's move on from this.
That was a pretty good joke there.
Oh no. But I hope we see another Jax, because Jax, Sub-Zero, it's not a matchup we see too often. I know obviously we had Mad Props started out with pumped up Jax, now plays Heavy Weapons.
Heavy Weapons is really strong.
You know, obviously we've got Tyrant in America making it work. We're seeing a lot of good stuff. But Heavy Weapons seems to be where a lot of people say the longevity of Jax comes from. Because, you know, I know we've got Undead Jim in the UK as well has made the transition to Heavy Weapon Jax as well.
Tyrant, when Tyrant plays Heavy Weapons Jax, he gets those cancels out just faster than I've ever seen. Like, he cancels it so quickly, you can't even see the move he's cancelling from. Like, it's insane.
If you see a player like Tyrant drop a cancel, that's a surprise. If someone, you know, their execution is that on point. But it looks like Aleem will be playing Bujitsu Kung Jin versus Taco. You know, I know that in the Grand Finals, where Taco became the Belgium Combat Cup qualifying champion, he had to fight a number of Bujitsu Kung Jins to do so. Unfortunately, I don't remember the names of any players. However, you know, they were good. They knew what they were doing, and Taco managed to defeat them. So he'll have to do the same today if he's going to stand a chance at going to LA.
He knows the matchup. I mean, he knows about all the punishes as well. So this should be a really good set from him if he can get it. Very interesting. Getting that freeze immediately, bagged himself the first hit, and one combo as well. I mean, we talked about Sub-Zero's corner carry, and every single time he'll put you in the corner. And that's where he wants to be.
So you can see Taco just fighting to keep this green control. A clean jump into a back 1-2 freeze.
Nice hit confirm as well. Hard knockdown from Taco incoming into Clone. The one thing, Madden and Taco play very similarly. Similarly, is that a word? You know what I mean.
To each other.
Similar to each other. However, Taco definitely seems to, whenever he's got the opponent in the corner and they're knocked down, he will always clone, like immediately. He will always make sure there is a clone at all times. Which is, it's different, you know, we see Taco go to the corner clone more than other Sub-Zeros in this league.
Well, Madden gets a lot of his mileage out of the slide, whereas Taco, it is all corner, 100% corner. That's where Taco wants you to be. Whereas Madden is always going to throw that slide out just to make you respect it as an option. Whereas Taco is a bit more patient mid-screen, because all he wants to do is just get you cornered. Unfortunately, he does corner himself and gives Aleem all of this screen to work with.
Oh, gets good down 4. Instant jump, tags the overhead.
Wow, interesting combo. Not too damaging for Bujitsu, but not too bad at all. But there's the clean jump in. Taco manages to get the cross up, and once again, Aleem is cornered.
That's the important thing, wasn't it? That not only did he get the jumping punch, but he got the jumping punch out of the corner, cornering his opponent. Nice read on the armor there, catching Taco, but still really in the corner. And when you're against Grandmaster Sub, one touch.
Nice.
One touch from this range will put you in the corner. Both players being very patient right now, though.
Aleem is sitting on the life lead right now. Would like to see him just sort of, you know, really just try and avoid chip damage.
Oh, Taco tried to backdash, had no stamina, but also Aleem does not have stamina either. That'll be a punish, and that's the one we saw. We talk all about the time in Holland where Taco fought the many Bujitsu Kung Jins. You could never get away with a block meter burn staff spin, because a 4 into freeze will clean punish it every time. That's right there, just wake up attacks are not an option because the clone will take the armor. Oh, what a throw tech! Really good stuff from Aleem. Oh no, and there's the punishable dive kick. Taco will make full advantage, and this will no doubt be game one to Taco. He got an amazing throw tech and then just threw it all away with that punishable move. I think in that sort of situation, he was probably just really feeling it. It was like, okay, cool. I got the throw tech. He no doubt wasn't expecting me to tech it. I'm going to go in for something now. And unfortunately, it was a dive kick. Unfortunately, it was highly punishable. It was point blank. And Taco just destroyed the life for it. Well, I feel like in that situation, for what he was trying to get the dive kick to do, to potentially blow up a poke or catch something, would have been possible with another attack that was safer. I don't feel like the dive kick was necessary. But as you said, sometimes you just go with the reads. You just go with the reads. Oh, he's changed to Shaolin Kung Jin. We have not seen this in the EU side of the league yet. Shaolin Kung Jin. The only time I've ever seen Shaolin Kung Jin is some Cuban guy. Shout out to some Cuban guy, really strong Shaolin. I also saw Malik, MIT, on Twitter say that he's convinced Slayer to go with Shaolin in tournament as well. Wow, interesting. MIT seemed to think that, I don't know whether he was trolling, but he seemed to think that Shaolin was potentially his best variation. But who knows? I definitely saw it on Twitter anyway. Very interesting stuff. Ooh, he gets the first hit. And that's good for Shaolin because Shaolin, very meter intensive. Goes for a clean combo. I know that Shaolin does actually have a vortex using that bar, leaving the restand. Aleem opting not to go for it. He just goes for clean damage. The thing about Shaolin's vortex, from what I have seen, is that it's meter intensive and doesn't bag loads of damage. So it's more of a vortex to be used sparingly. You know, it will not carry you the entire match, but it will at least help you bag some decent damage and a couple of setups. Unfortunately, he is cornered once again. Oh, and there's the meter burn counter poke. Oh, Taco unfortunately misses the conversion. Oh, and he gets a clean jump in, but doesn't commit to a string. That could have been a massive jump in. There's that -7 move. Really good stuff from Aleem. Just challenging. Oh, and he gets the low. And that'd be a full combo conversion. Good stuff from Aleem. And he gets the first round. Nice display here of what Shaolin can do. Clearly understands this variation. Which makes you wonder why he opted to go for Bujitsu. Unless he just possibly preferred it in the matchup. Unfortunately, the low chakra doesn't go under ice ball, so you can't use it to trade effectively. I know some projectiles were buffed to low profile, but I do not believe that Shaolin's chakra was one of them. Some nice patience here from Aleem, though, I think. Oh, and he gets hit by the ice ball there. Very bad trait for him. No doubt, hard knockdown into Ice Clone. This is just a patented Grandmaster Sub-Zero corner pressure. The refreeze, Ninja Jump Punch, hard knockdown. Oh, and he gets max damage on that. No doubt that's going to be very hard for Aleem to pull back. And that's chip damage territory. Really good stuff from Taco. Aleem still back to the corner. It's crazy how often in a set you will be in the corner against Sub-Zero. Oh, a nice anti-cross up down one there. Gets it on the ground though rather than a regular in the air. So cannot convert off it. Almost jumps straight into a clone. Oh, risky jump, but he does get away with it. Oh, and the armor had been used up, so goes straight into the Ice Clone. Very unfortunate. Well, unfortunately misses the cross-up. Not quite sure what's going on here. Once again, Aleem still back to the corner. This is 100% not where he needs to be. I like how Taco's... And there's the armored counter poke, and this time he gets the combo. I like how Taco's being careful after forward 4-2 because he knows that Aleem might be looking for the punish if he goes for Ice Clone. Goes for the block. Oh no! Runs in for the plus frames, but unfortunately times it too late. He can't break as well because he has no stamina. One more hit will take this, and a grab, as we said. And he gets the unbreakable grab. Very unfortunate. I mean, 2-0 now. Taco is up 2-0. He wants to go to LA. I mean, you can tell this guy, he's not going out. He's like, you know what? Nivek's gone out first round. I'm going to LA. You know, I'm doing whatever I can. And he's, you know, clearly doing it right now. Really strong stuff. If he manages to defeat Aleem, Foxy Grandpa is waiting for him in the semis to stop that from happening. Aleem has given us a really good showing so far, though. I always like it when people pick unorthodox variations that you don't see very often in tournament. Aleem clearly understands Kung Jin, understands Shaolin, trying to give it a go. The question is he going to stick with Shaolin, or is he going to change? Because unfortunately, he's just getting cornered, and that's the problem. It's not really due to the variation. It's not due to, you know, his lack of options. Taco's put him in the corner. He's getting cornered against Grandmaster Sub-Zero, and Taco is a player that since day one has been enforcing this seriously threatening corner game. Every character kind of established it himself. You know, he has a very distinct style of very aggressive, wants to put you in the corner almost as soon as possible, and then establishes the corner game from there. But Aleem has gone back for Shaolin, and he gets the meat burn dive kick. Nice stuff. Good conversion there. 20% damage. Oh, doesn't quite attempt the anti-cross up. -7. Oh wow, he can choose to not finish that kick as well. So that in itself is a bit of a mix-up. Oh, and he gets a nice anti-air there. That's a trade in his favor, I think. Oh, unfortunately, the neutral jump punch does make his recovery slower, so he gets hit by the ice ball. Kung Jin's neutral jump punch does leave him significantly more minus upon landing than a lot of other characters. And once again, just from one corner to the other, Aleem back to the left corner now. On the Cove once again, maybe we'll see the crazy new brutality. Oh, and he gets hit by the low. Here comes Taco once again. The thing is, Aleem is not even playing bad. He's just getting put in the corner against Grandmaster. And there you go. There's the challenge of the jump in. Clean out the air, but once again, Taco does have a breaker available. Oh, and I love the backup. I love the backing away for that. Just to make that jump kick miss, and this will be a full. Oh no, unfortunately, he drops it. There's the frame advantage he needs. Forward for. Oh, wow. Oh, risky slide. Match point, Taco.
Round 2, fight.
And, very unfortunate. Every single game, Aleem has just basically gone, put in the corner, and then struggles. You know, that seems to be the entire all 3 games so far. I mean, Taco is counter-poking with the ice clone. Have you noticed? When he thinks that Aleem's going to run in or press a button, he'll clone. Well, he's almost using it as like a low parry, almost. Like as soon as he thinks the normal's come in, clone, and he gets hit by it. I'd like to see risky down 1. I would like to see the new brutality. If Taco can get the new brutality, I'd love to see it. But I'd love to see a comeback from Aleem even more. And it's the first time we've seen this guy make top 8. Really good showing so far. Just cornered against Grandmaster. Oh, really good patience from Aleem. Late whiff punish though. Doesn't get the whiff punish. Doesn't get the jump punch. Oh, and he gets hit by a clean jump in. Is he going to knock him into the water? Yes! There we go. That's the brutality. Well played by Aleem, managing to make his first top 8. Huge congratulations. But Taco will be advancing into semi-finals where he has to defeat Foxy Grandpa. If he wins his next set, he is your 5th and final European qualifier. This is the set. Like, forget about grand finals. As far as Taco is concerned, forget about grand finals tonight. Forget about, you know, the other semi-finals. It is about the set he is about to play against Foxy. Because if Taco beats Foxy, he's going to LA over Nivek. Nivek went out the first round, which means that Taco is still in this. Taco needs to get minimum of grand finals to make it to LA, to surpass Nivek in the placement points. So this is a very important set for him. You know, that set he just played, very important to get him to this point, but this is the most important set of his life he would have played so far, undeniably. Well, you know, I mean, this dude, he's no stranger to this sort of pressure. The Kombat Cup that he's taking part in this weekend, which he is the Holland qualifier for, has a €20,000 prize pot. That is a ton of money. This, however, is for potentially $100,000. So obviously we're going to see Madsen fight Use for Glue. We're going to see Jim 6911 fight Mitsu Owens. But this first semi-final is without a doubt going to be the single most important set in this tournament. Even more important than Grand Finals, which is a first, really, for this online. Who wins Grand Finals this week makes no impact on the top 16 next week. That's the reality. What will make an impact on the top 16 is who is in next week, is who is in it. So this next set that Taco is about to fight with Foxy, that is the set that decides that. You know, if Taco gets grand finals and he wins, win or loses, it doesn't matter. He's going to LA. So the most important set of this tournament this week is going to be the set that he's going to fight with Foxy, because that's going to decide whether Nivek goes or whether Taco goes. But coming up, we've got Madsen versus Used for Glue. I don't really know what characters we're going to see. Madsen, undeniably, is probably going to be Grandmaster Sub-Zero. Used for Glue, however, has, like I said before, been using Master of Storms Raiden. He has kind of, I don't want to say abandoned Sub-Zero, but it's definitely, now he knows that, you know, he can't really make it into the top 16. He's using this as an opportunity to really explore his other characters to see if they can be played competitively on that same level. Raiden being recently buffed, Used for Glue has always been able to actually play Raiden. He's always played Thunder God Raiden, but it was never like a main variation for him. But with Raiden getting buffed the way he has actually given Used for Glue, it's not like he's only just started playing Master of Storms. He's actually played Master of Storms Raiden since day one. Okay, so 3 minutes as of now. You guys have 3 minutes to make your predictions. Who you think's going to win, Madsen or Use for Glue? This is done in Twitch chat. Twitch bot should be able to help you guys out, but it's done using in Twitch chat, exclamation mark predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend, followed by the player you think is going to win the set. Everyone started with 10 points. Hopefully you guys have been successful tonight. First place of the prediction points will get a reptile mask. Second place will get this I hope I'm not distracting you or anything. This very cool Baraka mask as well. And third place will get a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. These masks, though, are really cool. They're really sick. They are the Baraka one as well. I mean, I'm trying to get it to stand up, but it won't. I don't think we can. I don't think we can do it. We can at least rest them on the back, so they are at least somewhat looking into the camera. I mean, if it could literally look like that the entire tournament, but it keeps falling over like a block of jello. I'll try one more time. That's all right. That's all right. His head's got significantly wider, but at least he's looking into the lovely camera and the people at home. So you at home can win these. Remember, first place Reptile, second place to get Baraka, and third place will walk away with a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. So looking forward to seeing who wins these. Used for Glue with the button check is using Piercing Molina. Another character he started to play is Molina. The two characters he's really been experimenting with the most is Molina and Raiden.
Raiden in Master of Storms and Melina in Piercing, it seems to be. So whoever Yusufoglu goes with, I have no idea. I mean, I think he's actually competent with both characters. He's really been just experimenting and trying to find his niche, because I honestly feel like he has not found his niche with Sub-Zero.
I think he wanted to play Sub-Zero, but it doesn't really tick all the boxes that he likes in a character.
I don't feel like Sub-Zero fits Yusufoglu's style. That's just my opinion. You know, we've known Yusufoglu for a very, very long time. Played, you know, a very strong Cyber Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat 9. And
had just, you know, arguably the best Batman in Europe as well, in Injustice Gods Among Us.
Really strong stuff in Injustice too. Beating Foxy at Versus fighting in Injustice. You know, when they were both actively playing, it was Wonder Woman versus Batman. Yusufoglu took that tournament, you know. And in previous tournaments before, you know, like during the early days of MK9, where Yusufoglu actually beat Foxy in tournament as well, with Cyber Sub-Zero versus Kung Lao, I believe it was. He took that with Cyber Sub-Zero. You know, back in the day, this was a long time ago, but Yusufoglu's always been a solid player. It's just that in MKX, I feel like he has yet to find his niche with the character. You know, sometimes when you pick a character and it just clicks, you know that, you know, you started with Devora, for example, transitioned into Shinnok just to see what the character was about, and then just felt more at home. You know, you felt more comfortable, and that's what a lot of players will do. Like they'll look for characters.
It just takes a bit of experimentation, really, with the characters. That's all. I mean, obviously, you know, people have their favourites. Sometimes you just like a character so much as a character that you just enjoy the way they play. However, if you're a competitive player, you might try and look more at the tools they've got than the actual character themselves, and that's more what the stage that I believe Yusufoglu is at now.
Of course.
So I can't really call who I think he's going to play. I hope we see Master of Storms Raiden, because I've played it a lot. I know he has a really strong Master of Storms, and I'd like to see him do some of that cool just tech in general that he's got in that character. I want to see that today.
But also he plays quite a strong Melina, and Melina's quite fun to watch as well, because we haven't really seen any Melina apart from Saltface, who has a very good Melina.
I don't believe we've seen Melina played in the European side of the league once.
Not at all. We are yet to see Melina. So if there's any European Melinas at home that go, I think I can take these guys on, please do. We'd like to see more Melina. It's all good. I'd like to see more characters. We haven't seen many Reptiles. We haven't seen, you know, Jackie Briggs. So many characters that we haven't really seen.
So it's Piercing that Yusufoglu plays, not
Piercing
Ravenous.
it's Piercing, not Ravenous. He plays both, but Piercing seems to be one that he plays more. I think it's for the low psi. I really think it's for the low psi, because that now low profiles as well, and that was buffed. So she's now she's now in a ducking state when she does the low psi, which means that she can crouch under attacks and projectiles, which means that you can counter zone. If someone's going to shoot a high fireball, low psi goes underneath it. You know, so you hit them with your projectile and don't even trade. You know, you go straight under their projectile and get the punish. So that's one of the upgrades. You know, Liu Kang's low fireball now does it. Melina does it with her low psi. I do believe other characters got the same treatment, but I can't remember which ones.
I know Liu Kang,
Melina.
low psi. Duelist Liu Kang's low dark shot as well.
Of course, yeah. I'm sure it was more than Liu Kang. Someone obviously correct me if I'm wrong on Twitter, by all means, but I'm sure there were more characters than Liu Kang and Melina that got that change. I don't think Shaolin Kung Jin did, because it didn't low profile the ice ball. Whether or not he did it too late, who knows. We are getting almost ready to go this match. Both players are here. We'll be starting very, very, very soon. Honestly, I don't know how to call it, because I don't know what character Yusufoglu's going to pick. We know that Madsen's undeniably going to go Grandmaster, but you know, I think it's going to be a toss between Melina or Master of Storms Raiden. I'd love to see Master of Storms Raiden, because it's a really fun variation to watch, especially now it's been buffed.
Well, I mean, something that Yusufoglu does is he will chuck... he always starts, like the first orb he throws will always be one that goes behind him, because you can always throw one in front so the opponent sees it, so they know that an orb's there, so they don't want to press buttons, because at any point Raiden can link the two together.
Even while getting hit.
Even while being hit, he can link the two orbs together, and if it hits the opponent, he gets a full combo, so it puts you into a juggle, and on block, I believe, is it plus or safe? Depending on when he uses it.
Plus, I believe. It gives him in a situation where he can throw in a 50-50 in your face.
So if he chucks one behind him, and then he Supermans you, that orb is still there. It is still there and can be used, you just can't see it.
Raiden can still get the low, it's just that in Thunder God he gets the maximum amount of damage off his low. He gets good damage off his overhead in all three variations, but his low really gets big damage in Thunder God alone. It seems to really, the other variations are, they enforce 50-50s, but they won't do massive damage
unless you're willing to use a meat burn shocker to do so.
Of course, yeah. Which, you know, I guess if you're playing as Master of Storms, you don't need to spend meter. I mean, obviously you can do the meter burn orb with Master of Storms to summon both very quickly, which is great, to be fair. But the question is, who is he going to pick? He has gone for Melina, I think. Yep, he's gone Piercing Melina. Very excited to see how he's going to do here.
I remember last time I talked to Yusufoglu, he was sort of bigging up Ravenous, really, as being what he thought was just the best variation. But as you said, you know, if you've said that he's got a good Piercing, they won't
He might be trying to use the low psi. He might be trying to use the low psi toss to go under the ice ball.
It's a very slow-moving projectile, though. If you mistime that, you're going to stand up straight into it.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Fight.
Oh, gets tagged by the 1-2. Oh, use the ball just to get out of there. No solid punish from Madden. I think Madden tried to get more of a grounded punish there. There's the low side once again. Oh, and he gets the clean jump in. Very unfortunate. It's always a shame when you go in for a string and right as you do it, the opponent jumps. Oh, and there's the meter burn roll. Madden, really good break just to stop that damage. Oh, and he jumps into the ice ball. Interesting, he could have done a dive kick there, I think, to go through the projectile. As obviously that teleport characters can do is they can teleport in reaction to the ice ball from basically all ranges. And Madden just getting these clean specials right now. Oh, and there's the read of the neutral jump kick. I think Useful is just completely unable to do anything right now. Just Madden just kind of controlling the pace of the entire game so far. Osai is tagging him every now and then. There's the dive, obviously Useful trying to react to the down four, doesn't quite get it in time. Oh, nice reactions there, going straight through the ice clone. Oh wow, goes to the clone but doesn't quite get it because it hits. Oh, I think he tried to punish the overhead there. Madden, no full punish on the meter burn roll, so Useful will do it again. Madden again with the break. I like the reactions on the ice clone from Useful. Oh, and he gets the low, gets the double low there with the ice clone. Nice anti-air from Useful. And Useful hasn't really got any solid combos in this round, but you can see just the life lead he's got alone from just stray specials and just full-on anti-airs. Oh, nice low profiling there, going straight under the clone and gets the ball roll as well. Risky stuff, but it does pay off. I don't know how to call this matchup. I've never seen this matchup played before, Grandmaster versus Piercing. Oh, and there's the roll to challenge. Oh, goes the setup off of that. And there's the good blocks from Madsen. That is a 50-50 string. It is unsafe on block. However, Madsen did get the guess right. Oh, wow, Madsen getting tagged. Oh, here comes Madsen, though, with that corner pressure. Goes to the recapture, doesn't get it. Oh, wow, that's really good stuff. Just whiffs the standing one to get the two, so he gets like a really long range low. Madsen seems very, very afraid of the wake-up roll. He's blocking a wake-up almost every single time. Gets tagged. Hit confirmed from Useful Glue into the ball roll. Oh, the damage. 37% damage. Oh, good blocks on the low. Oh, wow, he downforced the clone. There's the counter poking with the clone, like we said before. Madsen doing it as well. Will he break? Yes, he will use the combo breaker. Oh, wow, risky stuff. Oh, no. Oh, doesn't get the capture. Madsen gets the back two, but drops it. And there's the roll. He baits it, and that was actually not a punish as well. Useful Glue just pressed a button. That was such a strange end to the game. I think Useful Glue, it seemed like he panicked at the end there. Like he just wanted to catch it. I think he realized that Madsen was going to try and chip him out. So he went for the wake-up roll to try and catch possibly a late string. But Madsen, really good patience. At the last possible minute, chooses to block. And there we go. I mean, it's kind of strange because it was definitely a scramble at the end of the game. But I think Useful Glue is still in this. It's just, I think he panicked right at the end. I mean, he must have thought that Madsen was going to go for a slide, go for something that would have chipped him out, and then right there, bet it all. I mean, that actually wasn't a punish, you know what I mean? He could have actually blocked that string because Madsen was late on the punish. But I think he just got hit anyway. The question is he going to change character, or is he going to go to Melina again? He has gone for Melina, I think. Deciding, gone piercing Melina once again. I mean, it's going to be a straight-up rematch. Like I said, that wasn't really a Melina not working against Sub-Zero thing. That was a Useful Glue just needing to It was down to the wire, to be fair. I mean, it wasn't a terrible game by any chance. I mean, I'd like to see how this can go if both players can get a little bit more comfortable. I'm not sure how familiar Madsen is with Melina. As we said, we don't really have much of any at all Melina players in Europe, so I'm not quite sure how much experience he's going to have at this point. And, you know, we've got plenty of Sub-Zeros, so I know that Useful Glue is definitely ready for this. Madsen always fishing for that first hit for the down four. There's no reason really not to, with Sub-Zero's down four being as good as it is. Oh, nice reactions there from Useful Glue. And he gets the overhead. That's one of the mix-ups. He catches Madsen trying to fuzzy guard. There's the hit confirm. Oh, makes the follow-up. Oh, out goes the string anyway. Useful Glue definitely sort of enforcing more of a Melina mix-up game in this first round. Oh, and he gets the reset. Catches jump in, but he does manage to cleanly let Useful Glue out of the corner. No doubt, yeah, exactly. He's going to try and jump over, just put him back in. Caught off fuzzy guarding once again. Useful Glue just kind of freezing up when Madsen's on the offense. Goes for a down two. Actually wouldn't have killed. If you forgive the pun, by the way, when it comes to, like, it's the same that, like, I didn't mean it. He enforces a really good pressure game, but when Madsen gets on the offense, he kind of just sits there and blocks. You know, when he has armored reversal options. At the same time, we're seeing Madsen respect them. I mean, his punishes aren't really that good on these meter burn ball rolls right now. So until I'd see it punished, I wouldn't. And again, he's not fuzzy guarding that. I don't think Madsen's seen this before. Oh, nice reaction there from Useful Glue. Always ready for the ice ball. Oh, again, no block on the string. I just don't think Madsen knows. That string is actually highly unsafe as well. There's a 30% damage. Not bad at all. Goes to the cross-up. Oh, think he was going to try and jump out. Nice wake-up roll from Use for Glue. Goes for the uppercut. Could have gone for more damage. Madsen didn't actually have the stamina to break that. Catch slow. There's the good break from Madsen, keeping himself in the match. Use for Glue, he's trying to slow it down right now.
I think he's just being patient. He's letting.
Yeah, that was a very, very convincing round. But I mean, what happened there?
Did you see the strut? Did you see the strut up until him and finish him?
It was very deliberate.
From full screen to point blank.
Undeniably very deliberate. But Use for Glue there, what was really solid about it was he didn't let Madsen establish much of his game because he was always ready. From full screen, he was ready for the clone, he was ready for the ice ball. If he's sitting behind a clone, it doesn't matter. If he's sitting behind the clone, throws an ice ball, you still get a dive kick with Melina.
Well, you hit him really high up. Like, where Melina will kick you is higher than the clone will catch you. If he blocks the dive kick, clone disappears. If he gets hit by it, obviously that's a buff that Melina received, is when you hit a dive kick, an air Psy will actually combo from it. And air Psy does have quite a lot of hit stun, so you can move in for a guaranteed block string, which is what we're seeing you make a lot of mileage of. Early on in the set, we didn't really see Use for Glue opt to go for the dive kick on reaction really at all. Second game is what won it for him. It pretty much meant that Madsen could not do anything that he was trying to do. No ice balls, no clones.
Exactly. No full screen shenanigans. You must get in.
But that's
when you get in,
you know.
But when you get in, you have to be careful about Melina's reversal options.
Madsen making the change to Cryomancer, though.
Cool.
Interesting stuff.
We saw him use Cryomancer yesterday on our stream. Knows exactly what he's doing. You know, he knows what he's doing with Cryomancer.
This guy understands Sub-Zero, so we're going to have to see a lot more caution established from Use for Glue. And there's the first hit once again with the down 4. When he gets to the Meteor Band Hammer.
Now this could be much more of an aggressive game. I respect the change. I mean, understanding. Oh, Use for Glue tries to do anti-air roll, but too late on the uptake there. Trying to anti-air again, not working for him. There's blocking once again. Just gets himself out of the corner. I mean, Cryomancer doesn't really have anywhere near as much of a scary corner game as Grandmaster, but still, you know, the damage isn't bad. Let's jump in. Oh, very solid round 1, to be honest. Just got in there, did good damage, and then just kept pressure going. Use for Glue though, 3 bars. That's 3 potential armored reversals we could see. Oh, nice running grab. Because he knows that Madsen's being he's being very careful with how he goes in. Oh, nice anti-air from Use for Glue. There's just establishing the side game. Oh, wow, clean anti-air. It doesn't really seem that Use for Glue has a combo from a neutral jump punch, though, because that is time and time again we see him opting just to go for a roll down 2. Oh, tries to do wake up neutral jump punch. Oh, couldn't wake up roll there. There's the low. Just trying to catch the trip guard with it now. Oh, good block from Madsen there. Nice bait. Opts to break, saves himself the damage. It's always an expensive read when you spend your first bar on the reversal. But he keeps getting neutral jump. He could get so much more damage off that, but he just opts to not go for anything. Wow. I don't really think Use for Glue has a B&B off that neutral jump punch. Oh, it gets hit by the hammer. Oh, once again, Madsen dropped it. Oh, and he tries to anti-air again and gets hit for his trouble. It's unfortunate because it was almost every time Use for Glue went for an anti-air, he got hit by the jumping attack. And look, just the amount of life it cost him. That did cost him the game. It cost him round 1 and it cost him the final round. But he had a bar. He could have used his meter burn roll on the, on the anti-air. I mean, if you have a meter burn reversal, you can use that as an anti-air. Like, you almost don't need to put yourself at risk. You don't need to risk getting beat out by the jump. You don't need to risk the trade. If you have a meter burn reversal that will always anti-air, which Melina's bull roll is a very good anti-air, that will do that. You don't even need to put yourself at risk. If you've got the bar and you can react, put him in that situation. Put him in that situation. Use for Glue opting to stick with piercing Melina once again. I like this variation change from Madsen though. Like this aggressive Grandmaster wasn't doing anything for him.
Well, the aggressive play is definitely giving him more options. Like the clone was just getting shut down by the teleport and to the size. Grandmaster just has that raw damage, and if he wants to get you off him, he has to be willing to spend the bar to do so, which means he isn't going to be able to use his combos to maximize his damage.
Of course, of course. And the question is, what adjustment will Use for Glue make? Because the first game was quite dominant towards Madsen, but then the second game was really dominant towards Use for Glue when he made the adjustment.
Use for Glue goes for an anti-air bull roll, does get blocked in time.
Oh,
once again,
he keeps trying to anti-air, but he keeps being late on it. Very unfortunate. That's 2 for 2. He's reacted to the jump, but has not got the payout.
Oh, no fuzzy guard once again. Use for Glue forced to break, but back to the corner. Gets it this time.
I really wonder why Use for Glue was not going for any kind of max damage. Oh, nice uppercut. Again. I like how he's actually still trying to go for the anti-air attempt. Like, he's still trying to show Madsen, like, I know you're getting it a couple of times, but he's not going for any kind of max damage punishes.
That is once again just the jumping.
Oh, gets hit by a full jump in there. You kind of wonder if Use for Glue was just going for more damage than just an uppercut or grab after these. He would have won the round already. Like, he's
misses the follow-up. Oh, that could be big.
Oh, and he drops a neutral jump punch. Oh, match point, Madsen. Use for glue. He needs to start doing damage because he's getting read and he's just ending it uppercut or grab. You can get so much more damage.
Oh, wow, that read from Madsen. There's a clean punish. 16% on that ball.
Oh, and he tried to punish the overhead but was unsuccessful again.
This could be bad for use for glue. Oh, Madsen drops the combo once again. Good block on the overhead. Oh, wow, counter poking with the armor, but drops the follow-up. Goes for the restand from Cryomancer.
Gets the anti-air. Too far away. That's not going to work. Use for glue definitely seems just unfamiliar with his own punishes right now.
Oh, unfortunately, the string does whiff. Oh, has to break. Keep himself in. Barely, though. Again, doesn't hit confirm into the slide. Goes just for the full string. That downfall. This could be big for him. And that will catch it.
Very unfortunate. Madsen moving on. Madsen moving on as always. Honestly, I don't know why Use for Glue was just doing barely no damage. Every time he got a neutral jump punch or a roll, a situation where he could have got some form of full combo, he would just uppercut instead. And it makes little sense. Like you're neutering your damage so hard. If you get the read, punish with the read. Don't just do roll uppercut. Don't just do neutral jump uppercut. Like that's no damage. And you're just letting the opponent get away with things.
Well, what is your one objective when you're playing a fighting game? Is to take away the opponent's life bar before he takes away yours. If you can do more damage every time you make the read, do it. Make your job and your life a lot easier. Like, do as much damage as you physically can. Optimize your combos, so all you got to do is hit the guy 3 times. Instead of effectively hitting him like, 10 individual opportunities, because you're barely getting any damage.
I wonder if Use for Glue could have gone Master of Storm's Raiden, potentially, against Cryomancer. Like, if Madsen made the change to Cryomancer, maybe Use for Glue could have made the change to Master of Storms. Like it's kind of strange because at least Use for Glue gets good combo damage and punishes in that variation. Like if he had the same reads, he was still reading jumps. Raiden can still anti-air you. He can still get combos for you jumping in. So if he would have just gone Master of Storms, he could have potentially not only got the damage from the anti-air, but then got an orb on the screen, which would have led into a setup. If you put a setup on Madsen, that's going to put stress on him. It's going to potentially get him to make mistakes. Maybe he's going to try and do something reckless, like a wake-up attack slide or something. I'm not sure. I think the lack of combo damage was definitely very apparent in that set.
Excuse me.
Which is it's interesting because he understands Melina, but I just not sure where the lack of damage came from.
Unless Use for Glue just wasn't familiar with what the actual combos themselves were.
Maybe.
Because normally you'd think, right, well, maybe he knows a slightly bigger damaging one, but he's trying to, do the easy stuff to make sure he's at least getting something. But when you're doing it that often, like when you get a raw ball, that's it. Like you've got all the time in the world to do your follow-up. And if you still only go for a down 2, it might just say to me that maybe he just doesn't know that he's got different options. Looks like the next we are going to be having Mitsuones make his return. Obviously, Mitsuones did make top 16 last week, but he was eliminated before top 8, which was a first for him since making top 16. But he is back today. He has managed to make his way into top 8, which is good. Obviously, Mitsuones, he very much did voice his disappointment in the changes made to Scorpion's 2-on-4 string. So I hope that he's managed to make an adjustment to just relearn some new B&Bs.
Well, the changes to Scorpion were mainly to address Hellfire. The changes was to address the Hellfire variation. That's what was mainly downgraded. But in doing so, the 2-on-4 lost its block advantage, which meant that you can no longer do 2-on-4, run, cancel, fireball, 2-on-4 for the free block string, which led into about 10% chip, really good damage. That was addressed, so 2-on-4 now does less block stun and hit stun as well. I think it's more recovery or something like that, which, long story short, means that the bread and butter combo that Mitsuones would do, which was 2-on-4 teleport, 2-on-4 meteor burn teleport, which worked on every character in the game, no longer works on every character. Only works on big bodies, works on people like Kurtle Khan, Ferritor, Jax, the larger characters in the game. Still works on them, but against most characters, almost 3/4 of the cast, you now need to do a different combo, which does not give you the 40% one bar, which Mitsuones would go to. I think that one combo being changed is what kind of got to him last week. I think it was too late for him to adjust. He wasn't ready for the change, and by the time he realised that his combo wasn't working, must have been in the tournament set, where he hadn't done his homework on the combo not being possible against a lot of the characters. So hopefully now, a week has passed. The patch has been out for that long. Hopefully he's done his homework on new combos, because Inferno Scorpion can still do what Inferno Scorpion wants to do. You just now have to do a different combo. As simple as that. You can still get your Vortex and your mix-ups and stuff. It just now means that you have to basically just do a different combo. And that's not that hard. If you're a competitive fighting game player, you can change your B&Bs around, I think.
Yeah, especially if you've got the time. And if it's just one of them as well.
Yeah, it's just one B&B was changed. Everything else is still completely possible.
for the most part. So we know that in our semis, we have Taco versus Foxy Grandpa, and we now have Madzin waiting for the winner of the match you're about to see. So it's getting pretty cool here now. I mean, like I've said many times before, like out of everyone left in the tournament, it is important for no one more than it is for Taco right now.
Oh, of course.
Right now, Nivek is the 5th and final qualifier to top 16 in the current point standings. If Taco manages to make grand finals this week, as Nivek was eliminated early, Taco will manage to take Nivek's spot and be the 5th point qualifier. So it's really important for him right now. We'll be seeing that very, very soon. I can't wait because that is going to be the most important set of the day. Grand finals, it will be very rare that you hear us say that grand finals effectively doesn't really matter. It still does. Obviously, there's the $1,000 prize pot, which is up for grabs today for the winner. However, because next week is the finals for the top 16 in Burbank, it's all down to who's going to be there. We know Foxy Grandpa, Fasol, Mitsu Owns, and Madzin are your current 4 guaranteed point places. 1 spot is left, and it's going to be going to either Nivek or Taco based on how Taco performs in his next set against Foxy Grandpa. That's why we keep talking about it, because it's very important. It is what this whole league has come down to. It's all been about who are going to be the 5 players that will qualify. Who are going to be
4 of them already confirmed.
Yeah, who are going to be the 5 players that will get those points into top 16. That is the season finale. That's what it's all been about. But that is why we are here today. Just to remind you guys, before I go into it, we've got our next match coming up, which is going to be Mitsu Owns. Whoever you think is going to win the set, this is done in Twitch chat. You guys have 3 minutes as of now to make your predictions. This is done in Twitch chat, ! Predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend, up to 10. Everyone started with 10, followed by the player you think is going to win the set. Hopefully you guys have been successful. Once again, to remind you, first place walks away with a reptile mask, which is sitting nicely on the table, Baraka mask as well for second place, and a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt for third place. We're going to go to a quick break while we set this game up for you. We will be, that sentence came out eventually, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Fight! Outstanding. Come here! Bow to me.
Peggy 18. I've long regretted losing our comrades' souls to Netherrealm's evil. Kung Lao, Liu Kang, they were like sons.
You do not deserve to rejoin us.
I serve Shinnok and the Netherrealm.
You are surrounded. What will you do?
My father always spoke highly of you, Sub-Zero. He wants to talk.
Talking, always his first choice.
Okay, let's try pummeling.
More visions, Raiden? Do you still see the future?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the final week of the European ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. Week number 8. Sorry, carry on. Where we're about to see Mitsuones against Jim. So this is a top 8 match. Winner will be going to the semi-finals to fight Madzin. So we'll be getting this to you as soon as we can. Just having a few connection issues right now, but we're looking to resolve them as soon as we can.
It's all good. It's all good. We had the eternal day where we were just waiting for Nivek for about half an hour.
Eternal is the right word for that.
The eternal Nivek wait. That was pretty good. But, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen again this week. It'll be all good. Mitsuone's going to be playing. Has made it into top 8 this week. You know, it was rare for Mitsuone to not make it into top 8. Was unable to do that last week. I think was unable to really adapt to the Scorpion changes. The Scorpion changes that would change to his 2-on-4 string affected all 3 variations. You know, certain combos now need to be done a little differently. You know, you need to do them slightly differently, get different damage. Mitsuone's, I think, unable to really sort of adapt to that in time, and didn't make it past top 8 because, from what he was saying online, was unable to get a lot of his combo damage, which was mainly just a result of him not being ready for it.
But he's managed to make his way into top 8 today, so
he's got a week.
He's obviously made that adjustment. He's made that change, and here he is once again, 1 match away from semi-finals.
This is a crucial week, just in case any of you guys are just joining us. Welcome to the ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League, where we are at the final stage, and there are 2 players that can potentially be the final slot for this the top 16 in Burbank that's happening next week. We have 4 players of the 5 Europeans already confirmed. Foxy Grandpa is going confirmed. Too many points to be beat. Mitsuones and Fasol. Too many points to be overtaken. They are also confirmed. Madzin also confirmed because he won the mid-season showdown. So there is 1 slot left, and that's between Nivek and Lowland Lions Taco. Now, where it gets interesting is that Nivek didn't make it past the first round today. But he is still sitting on more points than Taco. For Taco to overtake Nivek and be that final placer, he needs to get minimum of grand finals to get enough points. That involves beating Foxy Grandpa. Foxy Grandpa is really your overall European champion for ESL. He is yet to be defeated in a single ESL tournament that he enters. He won, when the league began, he has entered 5 of these, of the 8, and he has won all 5. Looking to do the same this week. However, Taco needs to defeat Foxy to be that qualifying player for LA. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a reward beating the most, because Foxy really is the most dominating player in Europe right now. He is the best player in Europe, tournament proven. However, Taco needs to beat Foxy to do it. It's no easy feat. No one in the ESL tournament has yet to beat Foxy. No one has done it so far. If Taco does it today, not only is that going to send a statement for the Mortal Kombat Cup as well, but more importantly, getting himself into LA. And that's going to be a hell of a reward for beating Foxy, but first of all, he needs to do it. If he doesn't beat Foxy, Nivek's going to go as the representative, and he's not going to get a chance at that 100k pot that is happening next week. And it's only 100k because you guys at home contributing towards the Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin, it contributed towards prize pots for grassroots tournaments and this ESL tournament as well. So because you guys at home contributing towards this tournament circuit allows these prize pots to be possible. So thank you very much at home for that.
And it's all done through the Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin, so not too bad at all.
Of course, of course.
So for Taco, this semi-final set could be the difference between winning the $100 he's got for the semi-finals and potentially $100,000 through the finals next week. So there's a lot riding on it. We are, again, currently having some connection issues, so we do really apologise for the delay, guys. We are looking to get this fixed as soon as possible. Next we'll have Mitsuones against Jim. So Mitsuones is finally back into the top 8. I believe this is his 7th week in a row he's made top 16. But this is the first time last week that he didn't actually make it into top 8, so
it's consistency.
He has had quite a consistent career up until this point. Obviously, Mitsuones won 2 weeks, which was really good for him. But Hellfire Scorpion, Inferno Scorpion, Scorpion in general received quite a lot of changes in the latest balance patch. Ninjutsu got quite a few buffs, as it was considered quite a weak variation. The 2-1-4 cancel pressure that Inferno had has been nerfed, as well as, some juggle properties of that as well. So Inferno, all you really have to do is change your B&Bs around to get slightly different combos. Last week, Mitsuones was unable to do that. This week, he's made it into top 8, so I'm assuming he's managed to make an adjustment and actually relearn these B&Bs to make them work now, because he can still get the exact same situation. Inferno still has the Vortex, he's still got the restand, he's still got the low, he's still got the overheads. Like, he still has these tools. You just have to go about getting the result in a slightly different way. So hopefully Mitsuones has taken the week and a bit we've had this patch and really made the adjustment.
Well, I think when a character is changed or buffed or nerfed, you have to really sort of take into consideration like the general tool set of a character. Is it still possible? So you kind of think, if a character gets changed,
what makes them good, as in their utility, you know, their anti-air, their combo damage, you know, their armor, for example, startup time on attacks, all those little things that happen. If the nerf or buff is applied, are they still possible? And that's what you have to take into account. You know, if they can still do what they're designed to do, the way Thunder God Raiden was nerfed, but it's still very strong because he doesn't get as much damage, but the general utility and the reason you pick Thunder God is still there. It's still very possible. So Inferno Scorpion, although was affected by the 2-1-4 combo string nerf, he can still do everything he wants to do. You know, nothing was changed apart from the damage of that one combo that, you know, is his go-to one-bar bread and butter combo. The term B&B obviously meaning bread and butter, the combo that you go to for a general punish. You know, in these tournament matches all the time, you guys will see if someone does an unsafe move, they'll generally do one specific combo all the time for big damage. So if it's a B&B, that's going to be your go-to sort of combo that you use for most punishes. If you're going to punish a teleport, a slide, a dive kick, that's what's called your B&B, bread and butter combo. Inferno Scorpion just has new ones of those, you know. A lot of his combos that you would go to are no longer possible. You just simply need to change it around. You can still do your general moveset. You can still get the Inferno Vortex. You still get the full screen game. You still can harass people from far away. You know, the only thing that changes are specific combos, and that's it. Everything else remains the same. Mitsuone's, you know, he's got top 8, unable to get top 16 last week. But within, you know, getting into top 8, hopefully I would like to think that Mitsuone's has changed that around.
Well, he's managed
I
to
don't
bag
know who Jim
himself.
plays. I don't think I've seen him play yet.
Well, he's managed to bag himself a spot in the top 16. So he's managed to get a qualifying position secured through points alone. So it doesn't really matter where he places today because it's not going to change because he is still going to be 100% going next week. It's more, what momentum do you go in with you? Because obviously, if you go in winning the ESL, I don't want to say you've not really got to be worried about the rest of the Europeans that are going there if if you are winning the European League. But having that in your head, knowing, right, well, there's at least 5 people there that I can beat. Like, you know you've got that. Because obviously, you know, confidence is something you need in tournaments. You need to be able to believe that you're going to be able to beat everyone there. Otherwise, you will second guess yourself. All it takes is that one set, that one moment for you to go, no, I can't win this.
If
And
you're
then
not
you won't.
confident, I mean, funnily enough, back in the day, right when we started playing competitive fighting games, before Super Versus Battle, which was a big UK major at the time for Mortal Kombat 9, the first big tournament we had ever attended, we had recently befriended Ryan Hart at the time. You know, Ryan Hart was our introduction to competitive fighting games. For those that may not know, Ryan Hart, you know, worldwide Street Fighter phenomenon, really good player, one of the best, if not the best Street Fighter player in Europe. You know, really strong competitor, but a really cool guy. We met him ages ago during the days of Mortal Kombat 9 when it had just started. He was really our introduction to showing that, you know, competitive fighting games were a really good thing for people. We were both really nervous before Super Versus Battle. I was yet to make top 8, or place outside of top 8 at a tournament, but SVB was obviously going to be the biggest tournament at the time. And I said to Ryan, I was like, I'm really nervous. You know, I'm on a pedestal. A lot of people want me to do well. A lot of people want me to make top 4. They want me to win. And I'm like, you know, what if I can't uphold that reputation, which is what the same pressure that a lot of people here feel. And Ryan told me ages ago, and I always remember it, where he says, if you're not confident and you're doubting yourself, you will lose to yourself way before you lose to any human opponent. You know, so if you go into a tournament set and you're not confident, you will lose to yourself before you even start playing anyone else. And the second you lose to yourself in a tournament, that's it, you can't win. That's why when you go to a tournament, and as we just said here, if you can go into ESL knowing that there are like at least 5 people in this tournament that you can beat constantly and consistently, you know, you're going to have that level of confidence which you need to go forward and actually place highly.
Well, it's very apparent. I mean, you know, some of the better players that we're seeing a lot of results right now, I mean, I don't want to say they're cocky or arrogant, but confidence is always there. It's always a thing because it's something that is just necessary. It's required.
I think very frequently people can confuse confidence with arrogance. I think strong confidence is, even being highly confident is not arrogance. You know, a lot of players out there are just simply very confident in their own abilities, and quite rightly so. You know, you get players that win multiple tournaments and they still don't get props. You know. And it's like, how many tournaments do you need to win before you get the props? And then you can say, hang on, I know I'm good. And people are like, you're arrogant. And I don't think that's the case. I think it's just people acknowledging their own ability at the game and going, well, I have so much success. So of course I'm confident, you know. I mean, you're going to see a lot of that at ESL. You know, a lot of these guys have personalities that you will see a lot of come next week, I can assure you.
Cool. So we have a quick video for you guys to watch. While we try and get the connection issues sorted, we're going to be showing you the Jason Combat Class video. Jason can be picked up via the Combat Pack and DLC now, so check it out.
Peggy 18.
Jason Voorhees, the iconic slasher from the silver screen, makes an appearance in Mortal Kombat X. His 3 variations cater to players who love decimating their opponents with command grabs and terrifying specials. The slasher variation equips Jason with his infamous machete, extending the range of his normal attacks. Machete launch, back XYY, is an advancing normal that launches his victim. Brooding, forward BY, is a low overhead combo starter that can be chained together to take his opponent to the corner. In the unstoppable variation, Jason gains the special move Rise, down down B, granting him temporary healing over time. Another special move, Punishment, down down A, increases his damage for a short duration. Jason will resurrect once every round, consuming his meter to regain health. The Relentless variation gives Jason a set of special moves to trap and stalk his next victim. Pursuit, down down A, temporarily prevents the opponent from dashing, running, and reverses their controls. Lake Mist, down back Y, teleports Jason behind his unsuspecting foe. Because this variation is focused on close-range command grabs, it's best to activate Pursuit and Killing Machine after you've knocked your opponent to the ground. Killing Machine is available in the Slasher and Relentless variations. At the cost of being briefly incapacitated, this special move gives Jason unflinching armor for a short time. The goal of Killing Machine is to end the combo in a hard knockdown. When the buff runs out, Jason will be vulnerable for a couple seconds, but time it right to avoid being punished. Jason imparts the true meaning of horror with his X-ray finisher. And Jason makes his mother proud with a cinematic fatality.
Finish him! Jason wins.
Enjoy the horrifying Killing Machine, Jason Voorhees. And tune in to the ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League, presented by Xbox.
Peggy 18.
Researching a new role?
I've played gunslingers before.
I'm the real deal.
Aaron Black, mercenary for Outworld, is as mysterious as he is deadly. Originally from Earthrealm, this gun-toting cowboy offers up a dirty bag of tricks and services to the highest bidder. He's a personal favorite of the Fatal 8 champion, CR Sonic Fox.
It's just money, nothing personal.
In the Marksman variation, Aaron Black equips his trusty rifle. Long shot, down forward X, can be held to trick your opponents, or dash cancel to pressure them up close. Aaron Black can use a special move Unload, down back X, to create space from his opponents, or enhance it to juggle them for a combo. Don't forget to lay down your caltrops, down back A, to cover your retreat, and enhance your swing shot, down back Y, for high damage follow-ups.
Happiness is a warm gun. Let's teach you some manners.
In the Gunslinger variation, Standoff, down back X, lays down a barrage of 6-shooter attacks. Money Shot, down forward X, helps zone out opponents, or enhance it to spray down the battlefield. Canceling your combo string into Standoff helps Aaron stay on the move. Keep the opponent guessing with continual setups and knockdowns.
Couple of bullets ought to deflate that ego.
In the Outlaw variation, Aaron Black gains a few new combo strings. His special move Sand Toss, down back B, is a great combo extender, and Tarkatan Stab, down forward Y, will damage your foe over time.
Calm.
Aaron Black has very fast overhead and low combo openers, which make him especially dangerous in the corner. Punish your opponents with caltrops and sand traps, and watch them bleed out over time. Abandon, XX back A, is a quick opener that leads into enhanced sand grenade, back forward A plus right trigger, to continue the offensive. Send a personal message with this X-ray combo. Finish the job in Sandstorm style with a hipfire fatality.
Finish her!
Bullseye.
Aaron Black wins.
Have fun with the fastest gun in Outworld, Aaron Black. And tune in to the ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League, presented by Xbox.
Peggy 18.
Ready to work up a sweat? However, shall we do that? Here's one way.
Tanya, the Edenian rebel. Both highly skilled as a fighter and political provocateur, Tanya will stop at nothing to make her dream of a free Edenia a reality. Her 3 variations cater to players who enjoy high mobility and aerial mix-ups.
You will die for naught.
In the Dragon Naginata variation, Tanya shows off her long-range mastery. Strike enemies with overhead or low attacks from staff stance. Spinning kick, back forward Y plus right trigger, is a fast armored attack that leaves Tanya in staff stance where she can continue to mix up her opponents or push them to the corner. Keep in mind what you choose to end your combo with. Staff spin will push an enemy full screen, but spin cycle, back AY, will keep them closer for another mix-up.
I'll beat a warmer greeting out of you.
In the Kobujitsu variation, Tanya rushes down her enemies with her trademark Tonfas. The third hit of Tonfa Swipe, down forward Y, can be enhanced to launch her opponents, while Tonfa Throw, down forward X plus right trigger, can be used to extend her combos. Utilize Tanya's swift multi-hitting Tonfa attacks to keep up the pressure and lock down your opponents.
Your ego needs boundaries.
In the Pyromancer variation, Tanya gains new fireball projectiles. Her new special move Dark Shroud, down forward Y, marks her target for a short time. When marked, opponents will take increased damage from her pyro attacks. Canceling your combos early with Dark Shroud gives Tanya a huge increase in potential damage. The key to Tanya's gameplay revolves around aerial mobility combined with strong overhead and low special attacks. Mastering her teleports opens avenues of attack for both rushdown and keep away styles. Explore her different special attacks to maintain her mobile dominance in the fight. Quick teleport forward, down forward A plus right trigger, can be used to escape or extend combos. Keep in mind, even after a teleport, all her aerial options are accessible. Punish your opponents from the skies with this X-ray combo. And take a little off the top with her brutality.
Tanya wins.
Purchase the Combat Pack or the standalone DLC to unlock Tanya. And tune in to the ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League, presented by Xbox.
Musashi Takeda, Jacqueline Briggs, Kung Jin. You are not welcome here.
Sub-Zero, let's talk.
Cassandra, you lead this group, but they do not follow. But until you function as one, you will fall short.
Our village was the epicenter of a fierce battle. A talisman with a center jewel. The Emperor grows desperate, and those caught in the middle pay the price.
If this talisman is what I suspect it to be, we may all pay a price.
Kano talked.
You know Melina's location.
And a whole rebel army.
She has the amulet, but she's got a lot of protection.
You took my throne. Now you wish to steal my means of reclaiming it?
Okay, guys, standard diamond formation. Takeda, you're on point. Jackie, bring up the rear.
What makes you our leader? What is that?
Don't know about you guys, but I'm living the dream.
Earthrealm's fate lies with you.
Peggy 18.
For some, it is difficult to rise, to stand above the rest, to conquer as a true warrior. But not for those who share the bloodlines of champions.
Ready? As always.
What's your update from Colonel Flagg?
He said, "Why are you bothering me?" And I said, "Because my ex-wife is a pain in the..."
Prisoner transfer will be here in 20.
Oh, now she trusts me to babysit.
Well, if they don't kill us, my mother will.
Here's Johnny.
Peggy 18.
You no longer hold sway over me. You will bathe in hellfire. I was forged in it.
Hanzo Asashi, better known as Scorpion, is an iconic character in the Mortal Kombat series. In Mortal Kombat X, Scorpion utilizes 3 variations to vanquish all that stand in his way.
Fushirai Ryu.
First up, the Rushdown variation, Ninjutsu. This variation is great for mid-range combat and long juggles, as the dual ninjato swords increase the range of normal attacks and threaten your opponent with lightning-fast overhead blows.
A cage cannot contain me. You will fall by my hand.
In the Hellfire variation, Scorpion's unblockable special move returns. Launch fireball projectiles that can be dash canceled to trick your opponents and end combos. Scorpion's move, Flame Aura, burns enemies at close range over time and can be enhanced to recapture airborne combatants, setting up deadly mix-ups.
Your fate is sealed, sorcerer.
The Inferno variation allows Scorpion to summon 3 different minion attacks to zone out or lock down opponents. Some enhanced versions will do additional damage, while others will extend your combos. No matter which variation you choose, Scorpion has many tools to evade and ambush his opponents. His combo strings Eternal Vengeance and Torment are great combo starters that chain into spears and teleports, leading into high damage combos. Remember to be mindful of your surroundings. Scorpion's mobility is unparalleled, and he can position himself in the environment for excellent damage-dealing opportunities. With even more practice, you can unleash the fury of Scorpion with this high damage-dealing combo, an X-ray finisher. And nothing celebrates a victory better than a fatality. Enjoy the hellish damage you can deal with Scorpion. Thanks for watching the Mortal Kombat X Combat Class.
Scorpion wins. Fight. Outstanding. Come here. Bow to me.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the EU ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. Right, now the had the break is finished, we now have all the connection issues sorted. Fingers crossed we don't get anything like that. However, if you at home did not put your predictions down during that downtime, I am very upset.
No mask for you.
You have lost the opportunity to predict.
That's mine now. I've got two. I've got two of them.
I know, in all seriousness though, thank you guys for being so patient.
We do massively apologise for the delay. Thank you very much for staying with us. We are going to be going into this match, which is Jim versus Mitsuones, Tempest Lau versus Inferno Scorpion, as always.
This is a matchup we know Mitsuones has been forced to play a lot. He's fought Fasol, he's fought I'm Still the Daddy, he's fought Foxy Grandpa. Like, this guy has fought against Tempest a number of times right now. I mean, I've never seen Jim play, but he has managed to make top 8, so I'm excited to see how this is going to go. But Mitsuones, being one of the already qualified European Mortal Kombat X players for the top 16 in Burbank, through points alone, even if he loses now, he cannot be overtaken in points. He is guaranteed one of those spots.
One of the guaranteed.
However, $1,000 prize pot weekly is still a thing, so he's still playing for potentially $500. Winning this will guarantee him a minimum of 100, but, you know, that's not a bad amount of money at all to win, so that's what he's going for today.
But we are ready to go. I think it's going to be Tempest Lau versus Inferno Scorpion. I've never seen Jim play in the ESL League, so who knows what he's going to be able to bring out of the bag.
Round one.
Right, let's go. After a long break, we are finally back with the next piece of MK action. Oh, Jim gets the first hit. Very important.
Down 4 and hit into throw. Jim showing knowledge of that frame data.
Very patient. Jim showing some real good patience here.
Wow, really good pressure from Jim. 1-1 knows that Mitsuones is going to be blocking because he's plus, so goes for the throw. Oh, Mitsuones doesn't get a teleport.
Oh, and he knows to interrupt. Wow, okay. This guy's done his homework on this matchup.
Fushi drops the combo, but still has a corner situation. Just look at the amount of meter he's building. Catches an easy jump punch, Mitsuones forced to break.
Nice, gets the event, and he gets the 2-frame link. Wow, Jim knows what's up. Where's this guy come from? Holy moly.
Wow, just optimum Kung Lao play. In general, Kung Lao play. Oh, normal spin!
Does try and do a normal spin though, does get hit for his trouble.
This will be the comeback of comebacks if Mitsuones gets this. Oh, no, not quite.
Point blank low minion. Jim though, really showing us some solid knowledge of Tempest Kung Lao.
Landed the 2-frame link. We've never seen this guy play before and he's bringing it. Oh, unfortunately misses the link. That's not too bad. Using the meter button hat to keep himself safe. Confirms that time.
Nice hit confirm as well. Oh, does drop the hard knockdown, but Mitsuones pressing buttons anyway. After that 4-4 string, Kung Lao is actually plus on block. Not significantly, but he is plus.
There's the head minion. Good fuzzy guarding from Jim.
Oh no, just out of range of that. Mitsuones going to get a full combo from this.
So before Mitsuones looks like he has all his B&Bs right now. He is being able to do the new optimal damage, hopefully.
Oh, and he gets a nice prediction there on the hat. It's a good low minion, tags him.
Oh, 15%, that's not a lot of damage at all, but goes into the restand for the throw. Very popular go-to option for Mitsuones. Oh, catches a jump too! Mitsuones forced to break, and that will be game for him. Oh, what a read.
That was lovely reactions there from Mitsuones. The question is he going to get caught in this blender?
He will! And that will be game.
But Jim had so much meter, that's the thing. He had so much meter where even if he sat there and blocked, he was in a bad situation because of Tempest Lau's meter build. And plus frames, he's over plus 20 on that meter burn hat, which pretty much gives him anything for free afterwards on block. But a really solid game from Jim, showing us that he actually understands Tempest Lau. Really solid showing from him. Really happy to see it.
It's a very swift game 1-up. I mean, obviously, you know, we did have quite a significant amount of downtime there, so we do apologise for that once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being patient and sticking with us, although we are straight back into the set. So we've got Jim taking game 1 over Mitsuones. Just that jump in.
Getting the 2-frame link the first time he tries it. Oh, hard knockdown, and that is the big damage. That is why Kung Lao players go for that 2-frame link. And by the way, 2-frame link, the game runs at 60 frames a second. You have 2 frames within that second to press 4-4 at the right time to get that to link off the orbiting hat. And that is why it's such a tricky thing, because you have such a tiny little amount of time to actually get that button press. But the max damage is so much more worth it. That's why Kung Lao players go for
you're
that
looking
max
at
damage.
40% meatless damage if you land it, so it's definitely worth the effort. Mitsuones manages back himself first hit.
Oh, no punish from Mitsuones though.
Jim playing very defensively right now. Tries to jump out. Can't quite do that. Another spin.
Oh, no punish again from Mitsuones.
The thing is, if I were Jim, I would look at 2 unpunished spins and think to myself, okay, right, this is no longer a threat. I can just do this whenever I want because he's not going to damage me. And there's a jump in. Mitsuones opts to break. Catches low.
I don't think Jim really expected that low to connect. I think it was more just for pressure purposes. Or gets caught at the down 1. Nice down 1 there just to get rid of the minion. Good block on the overhead from Mitsuones though.
Oh, catch is running. Really good read from Jim to reading that overhead minion. Gets a hard knockdown. Good damage, meterless. And he knows he's going to teleport, but gets tagged anyway. Wow. Mitsuones goes for a throw on the Orbiting Hat, hitting him. No doubt Jim expected him to press a button to try and chip him out, but not quite enough. Really good round for Mitsuones. Straight Hat zoning. Straight Hat had a deceivingly good projectile in all seriousness, and catches the 4-4. Big damage. 40% meterless at the power of Kung Lao. Mitsuones opting to go for the wake-up teleport. Just does not work when the Orbiting Hat is around to get hit behind him. There's a full confirmed from Mitsuones. No doubt going to leave him standing. What mix it be? Oh, and he gets the low. Good block there from Jim, not letting him do back 3 low minion. Oh, tries to down 2 uppercut. Doesn't get it in time. This Jim is already dialing in the attack. Meter Hat, that could have been the round. Oh wow, really good meter build into throw. You can just see the amount of chip that Kung Lao forces you to take. Remember guys, 12 hits on block will build you a bar of meter, so for Kung Lao, that's one of like the, I believe the string is 1-1-2-1-2. That string on block is building you almost half bar. But that's why you see so many Kung Laos do the 1-1-2-1-2 string into meter build Orbiting Hat, because you can do that twice, and you build so much meter back, you spend 2 bars at the cost of a bar. And especially when, you know, remember like the Orbiting Hat itself being blocked is also going to build a bar of a little bit of meter as well.
Low minion down with a teleport. I've never seen that before.
Absolute nonsense.
Get back, get down here, Scorpion would say.
Oh wow! Mitsuones pressing buttons after Meatburn Spear. I can't go over it. I've never seen that happen before. It's amazing. Really good down 4 into throw once again. Mitsuones not respecting that option. Oh, and he tries to do a stance change. Must have been a mistake. And here comes that meter build. Oh, and he interrupts it with the down 2. Good fuzzy guarding on the string. Catches the whip punish.
Caught pressing a button.
Doesn't go into the Orbiting Hat. Oh, this time he gets it. Will he get the combo? Yes, Mitsuones builds a breaker in time. Oh, and he goes for that double overhead. No doubt. No doubt Mitsuones was expecting a single overhead into Orbiting Hat. Into brutality once again. I mean, I just can't get hyped for that brutality anymore. I think we have all, as Mortal Kombat players, have seen that. How many times has Mitsuones been forced to learn from this?
Too many times to count. Too many times to count. But I mean, like, that was a much better game from Mitsuones. I mean, it wasn't one-sided. It was just right at the end. He just got tagged, as Tempest Lao will do. He'll tag you for pressing buttons.
But you know, Jim's doing really good Kung Lao play. I mean, this is the first time I've seen this guy play, and he's just come out of nowhere with this really tidy Kung Lao. I mean, obviously, he knows the 1-1 plus on block, down 4 plus on hit, going in for the throws. As soon as the throws are being respected, he's going in for strings. Block confirming into Meter Burn Hat on hit, goes into the regular hat into spin. Like, this guy knows what he's doing. Mitsuones is really gonna... He's actually gone for a costume change. Mitsuones, for once, is not using
a costume change. He's gone for Ninjutsu Scorpion.
Has he really?
He's gone for Ninjutsu. Ninjutsu being buffed.
Wow.
His tool set is the same. It's just that he gets more damage now off those Ninjutsu-based attacks. I've never seen him use a variation that isn't Inferno before, so we'll have to see how he does.
I remember one time I saw him using I'm Still the Daddy, but I think that may have been an Input error. Opts to start with a 4-2, but does get beat out by Kung Lao's down 4. Again, down 4 and hit into throw. Jim's realised that option is working time and time again.
Oh, no punish on the overhead. That's a full combo punish.
There's once again the throw using the 1-1. Good stuff from Jim.
Obviously, there's a lot of respect there. Jim respecting the option of the wake-up teleport.
Obviously waiting for the down 2 this time. Oh, misses the link, but still gets the plus frames. There's the down 1 from Mitsuones. 3.
Oh, half a bar right grab. That's the pressure at Tempest.
Wow, caught pressing buttons on the wake up. Mitsuones opts to break with no health left.
I don't agree with that decision at all. Match point to Jim though.
And Inferno, I can sort of understand it, because Inferno has the long range game. It's got the bigger damage potential with the ground minion, but in Ninjutsu you just do not have that option.
It's unfortunate. I mean, we actually have seen Jim drop the 4-4 conversion every other time. But what is the max damage? What's the damage? And he drops the neutral jump punch.
That was a heartbreaking drop. Very uncharacteristic to see Mitsuones drop a combo, but this might be it. But he manages to grab a throw anyway. Goes in for the down 4 of his own.
And he tags him. And he drops the combo again. Very unfortunate, but gets another forward 2. Jim opting to break. He's confident he can take this round. I mean, the meterless damage that Tempest allows him to get. It's a good call, potentially. But he has no meter to make a comeback with, so it's going to be pure meterless damage. Tags the low!
Hit confirms into a simpler one this time. Mitsuones once again opts to break. Down 2, really good trade for Mitsuones. That jump in trading with a down 2, 14% damage in Mitsuones' favour.
He's in the Tempest blender, but gets a down 1 anyway. Keeps it together.
Mitsuones being able to claw this one back. Change to Ninjutsu is giving him the just a longer range that he's catching these down 4s.
Oh, and he gets a jump in kick teleport. I mean, that's such a read. That's so risky, but he does get good mileage. Gets the overhead as well.
Jim caught sleeping on that one. This could be Mitsuones' return. Goes for a down 2 for damage.
Oh, and he walks right into that meter burn spin. optimal damage, 33%. Good stuff from Jim. Orbiting Hat, block pressure. Hat is not back. He can't go into the meter ban. Hat once again, down 2, out of his... Oh, wow, and there's Mitsuones once again with the jump kick teleport. And he gets a grab that may potentially kill, and that will take the game for him. But changed to Ninjutsu, who's doing a good job for him. I mean, I think it's just the sheer range of his forward too, you know. When he's in that footsie range, Kanghao's Hat's on the floor there. I like that. Totally valuable information there, but I mean, like, the fact that his forward 2 and back 2, like, they're very quick, you know, and they can, those kind of occasions where Jim would try and run in and press a string. A lot of the time, Mitsuones...
Forward 2's chewing it up.
He would contest that. He contested it with a forward 2. Really smart stuff from him. Jim, I mean, I don't think he's going to change. I think Tempest was working for him. Clearly understands the character and the variation.
The 2 games he won were pretty dominant. They were pretty one-sided. However, you know, Mitsuones made the variation adjustment to Ninjutsu. Newly buffed Ninjutsu has a... I'm not exactly sure of the changes, but I believe he just has a bit more damage across the board on a lot of his...
It's generally across the board, nearly every Ninjutsu-based move has just got more damage. And the scaling after a back 2 is no longer as severe as well.
Excellent.
When you caught a back 2, it would scale quite significantly and give you very little damage. That has been changed, so it does less scaling after hitting the back 2 as well.
Looks like, I believe Jim has opted to just go straight back into it.
Yeah, it's a straight-up rematch. Straight-up rematch. Let's go. Mitsuones can still survive. Gets tagged by the low again. There really is no reason to get hit by that.
28% damage, hard knockdown, orbiting Hat. Good stuff from Jim.
Here comes that Tempest Blender. Gets us the down 1.
Once again, Jim respecting the fact that Mitsuones down 2 there. Oh wow, he's plus 27 and opts to go for a down 4 instead.
Interesting. He's now going to get tagged by a full combo. Here comes Mitsuones.
Oh, blocks it this time. Goes into the unsafe option. Full punish from Jim.
Gets the 2-frame link as well. This will be big damage if he doesn't drop it.
Nice. 36%. Wonderful stuff. Up a standing 1. Remember, that was simply on a punish as well of a spear. 36% for every spear. That's going to add up quick. And then Jim manages to take it to match point.
Instant dive kick. Instant dive kick there from Jim. Question is, can he get the combo? Once again, drops the neutral jump punch. You can tell he's going for some kind of damage there, but just is not getting it.
I guess we've seen Mitsuones use so much Inferno that he just probably doesn't have the muscle memory that he has in Ninjutsu.
There's always the danger. When you play one variation that much, if you change variation, you have that muscle memory already developed. You know, you're not as used to it. Oh, he gets tagged by that low again. There really is no reason to get hit by that low. I mean, he can't go into an overhead option after that.
Oh, Mitsuones making it whiff. Not quite sure. He might just be trying to wait out the Hat. Oh, wow. Caught trying to down 2 in the neutral, and he gets blown up for it.
But the danger is he was giving up a lot of space. He jumped himself into the corner, and now it's going to be really hard.
Wow.
Oh, he gets that sweet spot on the meter burn teleport. Here comes Mitsuones. This mix-up could take
damage territory.
Oh, he tried to respect the spin. Gets the anti-cross up down 2. Oh, too early! He did it way too early! The read was there. He tried to react, but he did the anti-uppercut way too early.
Mitsuones
and ate the jump in.
Must have been predicting a dive kick there. He must have predicted a dive kick. That is the only reason I could see why he do a down 2 so early.
There's nothing worse than making a read, but that final little piece of execution just doesn't... It's not there. Like, he knew he was going to jump. He knew the jump was coming, but it was too early. As you can see there, gets the anti-cross up, reacts to the jump look. That's it. I can't tell. Looking at that replay, that might have not even been an anti-air attempt. It might have been, if he comes in with a string, I'm going to catch him with a down 2. That must have been why the down 2 came. Because it came even before he jumped. So while he was recovering from the uppercut, the jump came and completely blew it up. I mean, if he just waited a second to uppercut, he'd have anti-aired that.
So as you guys can see, your semi-finalists today are Foxy Grandpa, Lowdown Lions, Taco, Madzin, and Jim6911. You will next be seeing Foxy Grandpa against Taco. This is, as we've said many times before, for those of you that may have just joined us, we will repeat for you. This will be by far the most important set in this week's tournament.
Undeniably. Undeniably.
Purely because there are 5 places for Europeans to make it into the top 16 in Burbank next week. 4 of those places are guaranteed locked in. Foxy Grandpa has 500 points. Fasol and Mitsuones also have points. Like, they have enough points between them, they cannot be overtaken regardless of the result today. So Fasol, Mitsuones, and Foxy Grandpa are all going off of placement points. Madzin, who is one of your semi-finalists today, won the mid-season showdown and has guaranteed himself a straight ticket there through that win. Currently, the last placing point earner is Nivek. Nivek went out in top 16 this week. He did not make it past round 1. Taco is just below him in points. However, Taco needs to make Grand Finals to actually outplace Nivek in points.
How is he going to get Grand Finals?
He has to defeat Foxy Grandpa. He has to win this set that's coming up now. Only problem is he fought Foxy Grandpa last week in what could have been one of the most one-sided grand finals we've seen. However, it's been a week. Taco is feeding the buzz. He has absolutely annihilated his way into this situation right now. And if he loses now, Nivek goes, and he doesn't go to LA. But if he wins this set and beats Foxy, he goes to LA. Nivek stays home.
Everything is riding on this one set. There is no doubt about it. If Nivek would have got past that first round, it would have been even harder for Taco. Almost impossible. If Nivek got past that first round and got himself even more points. However, because Nivek did not get past the first round here, and he remained in top 16 but not top 8, he has now put Taco in this situation where Taco needs to beat Foxy. He needs to get grand finals. If he gets grand finals, he'll bag himself at least 75 points, which will put him just past Nivek.
Only just.
Only just.
Only just.
Which means that Taco will move on past Nivek. However, we have said this time and time again, you know, we're at a point now where that one placement in that one ESL tournament,
could have been weeks back.
You know,
could have been weeks
maybe
back.
week 2, week 3. You know, that one piece of placement, that one combo that you dropped that meant you lost that set, or the one read you should have made. You know, those little things that prevent you from being just slightly up in that week's ladder will basically put you in this situation now where Taco needs to beat Foxy. You know, Foxy is the most dominant player. Foxy is the most dominant player. On that note, you guys at home have 3 minutes as of now to make your predictions. If you think Foxy or Taco is going to win, this is done in Twitch chat. Twitch bot should be helping you guys out, but just to remind you, it's !predict, followed by the points you'd like to spend, up to 10, followed by the player you think is going to win the set. First place of tonight with the prediction points will walk away with this reptile mask. Second place will walk away with this Baraka mask, which I still think looks really cool.
They both do. They both do. And third place will get a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt.
Of course, Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. I mean, that looks nice. I mean, look at that. We've got one of these. I'd like to remind you guys, Warner Brothers UK, on our birthday, sent us one each as a birthday present.
They
and
are
it is
pretty swag.
Undeniably cool. And a really cool birthday cake as well, which tasted amazing. But, with that piece of trivia. But, I mean, like...
I keep trying to get it to stand. Imagine if it would just stand like that.
That would be pretty cool if it just stood up.
I'm going to let it go.
Well, my face is kind of collapsed because I'm trying to hand it upright.
It's going to fall.
Just put it to one.
Set it down.
That'll be all right. I'll leave it there. But you know, this is the most important set of the night. I mean, Grand Finals is good. It's going to be good as always, and you will very rarely hear anyone say the most important set is not Grand Finals. But this really is one of those cases.
This is one exception.
This is the deciding factor. This match between Taco and Foxy will decide whether Taco goes to LA or whether Nivek goes. If Taco wins, he's going to LA because he'll surpass Nivek. If Taco doesn't win, he will not earn enough points to surpass Nivek, and Nivek will go.
So even though he has placed better than Nivek has this week, Nivek has more total points through previous weeks in comparison to Taco.
Of course, and as we said, you know, it's those little things that happen throughout the weeks that add up to this moment. You know, it's been 8 weeks in the works for this, of through just earning these points, reaching these statures, and we are now at a point where there is inevitably going to be a decider, and this is the decider. You know, whoever wins Grand Finals doesn't matter. What will impact whoever wins Grand Finals this week will not impact next week. What will impact next week is who wins the upcoming set. And that's, you know...
It's a strange situation to be in. But this is the 8th week. We are now at the end of Season 1. We know, obviously, those of you...
It's been a good journey.
Those of you that have been with us since the start, you know, this is now the 8th week in a row. You have watched these guys from Europe, you know, duke it out, level up. I mean, obviously, you know, we started just after the game came out. So these guys have had a long time to get better at the game. So as you've been watching, the game has been evolving. Characters have been explored. Players have come out of the woodwork. You know, we're seeing some players... You know, like
look
Jim.
at Jim. We haven't seen Jim before.
Jim, this is the first week we've seen him. Before that, White Black was a new face. Before that, you know, Madsen started to play, Taco started to play. But then you've got people like Foxy, Sumerian, Nivek, Fasol, Mitsuones that have been in it since day one. But, you know, we're getting really good varied results. I mean, I know that everyone that Foxy's entered, he has won. But we're seeing really good different top 4s each time. Different characters. We're seeing a lot of Kung Lao now. We've seen a lot of Sub-Zero throughout the time. But as the game has evolved over the 8 weeks, obviously we've got Evolution as well in a few weeks' time.
Evo.
We'll be there. We have the top 6.
We finally get the chance to go back.
We actually get to play in a tournament for Mortal Kombat X. That's going to be weird.
That's quite a funny thought. We've been to more tournaments in Europe than anyone. We've been to more tournaments than anyone else in Europe. And we are yet to play in one because we are talking about them instead. Evo is that first chance, you know. It's quite a weird feeling knowing that Evo is going to be our first tournament.
No, it's going to be a great experience.
Just to be there. I could go 0-2 and just to be at Evo. That's all I want. You know, that's a big piece of
1,162 entrants from
over
Mortal Kombat
1,000 players.
Over 1,100 players at Evo this year for Mortal
Pretty
Kombat
good.
X. Yeah, the game's doing all right, I suppose, for itself.
Huge congratulations in my books, you know. Huge congratulations to the guys in NetherRealm for having a game that has over 1,000 entrants at EVO.
For its first year as well.
First year as well.
The Kombat pack's not even finished.
And that's, you know, obviously, let's not forget that, you know, the reason we are all here, the ESL top 16 in a week's time before EVO, the 100k pot where...
Biggest prize pot Mortal Kombat has ever seen.
Of course. The biggest prize pot that in Mortal Kombat history, and that's all thanks to EL and Warner Brothers. ESL and Warner Brothers. EL, that's not a thing. ESL.
But the prize pot itself, as I've said before, is all down to you guys at home that picked up the Blue Steel Sub-Zero skin. Portions of the profits for that skin have gone to prize pots for grassroots tournaments around the world and, more importantly, the ESL Top 16 finals. It started out at $50,000. It's now $100,000 thanks to everyone at home that picked up that skin. So from us, thank you so much for tuning in week after week and picking up that skin and adding to that prize pot to support your favourite players.
This all happens because of the support that you will show us. You know, it's not possible without the support from you guys at home. So thank you very much. It's much appreciated, but we are setting up this next match. Once again, we apologise for the delay. We are trying to get this match together as soon as we can for you. We understand you guys have been extremely patient for us tonight, so thank you very much.
Looks like we've got Taco in the room. We're just waiting on Foxy Grandpa and we'll get going. I should think Taco's going to try Sub-Zero again. I know he has been going to Ermac in matchups that he doesn't really seem to like Sub-Zero for, but it doesn't seem like Sub-Zero has no options against Kung Lao.
I think it's more just, I think last week, simply put, I think Foxy just outplayed Taco last week. He just enforced his own game and just didn't...
Bracker face again.
He didn't give... It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's just there. It's creeping at the bottom of the...
He didn't give Taco a room to breathe last week. You know, he didn't give him any room to breathe. And that really is the analogy. I mean, I said it once when I was fighting Foxy and it seems to have kind of stuck with everyone where...
I can't breathe.
When you're up against Tempest Lau and he's got that block pressure, you can't breathe. Like, he's always on you. You know, he's doing constant pressure, constant chip, meter build, damaging you all the time. And with Tempest Lau, it comes down to how much damage are you prepared to take, how much meter are you prepared to let him build before you start trying to fight back. And that really is Tempest Lau, which is a scary thought because the down 4 on hit guarantees the combo strings. Obviously, he's like plus 24 or something after doing a down 4.
Most down 4s are plus 20 plus.
Which means that he can run in and get a free string on you in Tempest, as most characters can. They can run in and get a free string. Can't backdash, can't armor, can't jump. You have to take it. Tempest Lau has no 50-50 mix-up, but if he gets down 4 and he's got 1 or 2 bars of meter, you are instantly in the Tempest blender. And it's all about how much, as like I just said, how much damage, how much chip, how much meter.
Because he's going to have you blocking. He's going to build bar. He's going to chip you.
Block. Because if you don't block, you get hit by it, and he'll just hit confirm it into a 40% meterless combo. So you have to block. The question is, how much are you prepared to block before you try and fight back? If he acknowledges you're going to try and fight back, he might start throwing out, delayed back 3s. He might take a tiny step back, and when you try and down 1, we've punished that with a back 3 for a 40% meterless. Like, it's a scary situation to be in. Tempest Lau is no joke. He really is coming out of the woodworks now. You know, he's been this good since the patch, but it's only really now.
We saw Foxy Grandpa have most of his early success with Buzzsaw Kung Lao. It's what he won all of the Combat Cups with. It's what he won most of his ESL weeklies with. But since Tempest has been fleshed out, especially after the first balance patch, which dramatically improved it, that's why we're now seeing him begin to explore Tempest Lau, because you cannot argue with that block, that damage. I mean, Buzzsaw Lau was, I'm going to do a low hat, and if I think you're going to press a button after it, I'm going to meet a button spin.
Which is unsafe and a risk.
Tempest Lau has a similar thing. It's if I think you're going to press a button, I'm going to throw a meter burn hat. If it hits, you combo. If it's blocked, you just get to go in and do it again.
Because you're plus 24.
Yeah. It just seems through and through the better variation, I believe.
Well, I think it's one of those, I reckon it's one of those things that Tempest is your default variation and go Buzzsaw if the matchup calls for it.
If someone has 0 options after a low hat, then maybe it's better for you.
Or if the low hat is there to abuse from full screen. Low hat, for example, is a really good way of just almost counter-zoning in a way, the low hat being as good as it is in Buzzsaw. But Tempest Lau is really getting put on the map by so many players, like Foxy doing really well with Tempest Lau in ESL. You have players like DJT, winner of CEO, plays a really, really strong Tempest Lau.
Perfect Legend as well.
Perfect Legend as well. I mean, there are a lot of players out there that are using Tempest Lau and showing us why it is so good. And it's great showing. I mean, so we've got Foxy Grandpa in the lobby now, so we'll be able to get going for you guys as soon as we can. Again, sorry for the delay. We will get this to you as soon as we can. I think the thing is about what I love about Mortal Kombat X is the quality of play is so good already.
I mean, like, I feel like from launch to now,
in comparison to MK9, where the scene was at now with its first Evo around the corner, to
absolutely.
MKX in comparison, I know exactly what you mean.
The general quality, just the general footsies, the mind games, the reads, the reactions, the general just play, the general quality of play, very, very strong so early.
So, you know, as I said, that I don't think he's going to swap from Sub-Zero. We see Taco go into his Master of Souls Ermac, which we saw him counterpick White-Black with to take the set last week.
I do not think that Sub-Zero loses to Kung Lao massively, if loses at all. I think he's just probably not comfortable in that matchup. He might just feel more comfortable playing as Ermac. But just to remind you guys, this is a very important set for Taco. He needs to win this to go to LA. If he loses this set, he isn't going to LA. If he loses the set, Nivek is going to LA. And if he wins the set, he's going to LA. So this is probably the most important set of Mortal Kombat X that Taco has ever played.
Foxy Grandpa misses the punish though. Not this time, but Taco with a breaker, ready to go! Neutral jump punch, good read.
Nice read there on the neutral jump punch, gets a combo into Soul Ball. This will lead into Ermac's Vortex, gets the overhead once again, goes for the Meteor Band grab just to use up the Soul Ball time. And that will no doubt lead into Chip. That will be Taco's first round. Very good way to start this off.
A really strong start. I mean, he has 0 meter though, it was a very costly round. Foxy Grandpa looking at almost a full X-ray.
And he gets the overhead though, that will lead to big damage.
29% damage, obviously that does significantly less damage now after the patch. Still 29% meterless damage for teleport, not bad at all.
Runs in, gets the grab, putting Taco in the corner. This is where he wants him to be.
The reason you see Foxy Grandpa sprinting after Meteor Bun Hat is he's plus 20, I believe it's plus 20, I don't know the exact amount, but it's over plus 20 frames. So if he sprints at you, it will be a backdash, it will be a button press, because he has a lot of time, and then, like, the stunning one is still guaranteed.
But the main reason Foxy does that delayed run-in is because he makes it look like he's going to go for a throw. If he runs in and doesn't go for the string instantly, you're almost inclined to think that he's going for a grab. That's why he has delayed the string. So when you try and take the grab, he chews you up with a string. It's almost like that Dragon's Fire Liu Kang pressure game, but transferred into Tempest.
Wow,
Nice.
Foxy caught sleeping. That's a very expensive reversal, cost him a breaker and the Meteor Bun Hat. So we can see Foxy trying to angle his hat up.
Oh, the delayed teleport there just to get the grab.
There's a grab once again, that's standing 1-1. Plus on block.
I hope I have enlightened.
Taco caught. Oh, decides to corner himself. Not a great idea, but manages to catch a standing string. But once again, Taco with a breaker ready.
Oh, Foxy combos off that environment interaction. Nice link there. Good 25% meterless damage.
I taught him that.
Taco has spent a long time. Taco has spent a long time. Like, almost every time he delays his wake up.
Oh, caught pressing buttons. This might come back to haunt him.
Oh, and he gets the brutality off the stage.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, NetherRealm, for putting that in the game. That's why all the UK guys picked the Cove now. True story.
Well, the Cove has... I call it a stage fatality, because that's what it is.
That is a stage fatality.
It's a stage fatality.
It's a brutality, but it's a stage fatality.
It's a classic MK uppercut, and they fall off the stage. Like, that is MK. That is how you do a stage fatality in Mortal
Kombat. It kind of
Kombat.
reminds me of the... do you remember the stage on Mortal Kombat Deception, the Yin Yang Island?
Yes.
Where you knock them in, they get eaten by piranhas.
Yin Yang Island.
It reminds me of Yin Yang Island.
That was brilliant.
I like that stage. They should bring that stage back.
I like how the pit evolved over, because like obviously you got the pit in MK1, just the bridge over spikes, but then you go through Deception when it's just like one small podium, and you look down and there's like
a million
miles of spikes around.
A million spikes.
But you always happen to land on that one, perfectly symmetrical in the middle every time.
I mean, that's what I'd love to see. Like, if they had future spiky stages where you just land on, like, loads of them and get skewered. That'd be brilliant.
Well, like Sub-Zero's second fatality, but with spikes.
Exactly like that. But going into the next match, I mean, that was not a really, really dominant game. Taco can still pull this back. Oh, lovely whiff punish there on the Soul Ball.
And I got him the first hit, so Taco with a breaker already. He can afford to be really risky with this read coming up.
Oh, he tries to go for it, but speaking of risk, Foxy risk reward gets that meter burn spin just for the reversal there. Nice reversal from Taco.
All good vanish.
Oh, and he meter burn span just in case he did anything at all. Meter burn spin would have covered every single base there.
Caught block and the Soul Ball goes in for the pressure. Catches the overhead. This could be big. This will no doubt be round one if Foxy doesn't drop it, and he doesn't. 25% damage. Foxy Grandpa round one.
That's one of the things that Kung Lao will always do, is he's always going to walk back and just let you press a button and then whiff punish it. Oh, here comes a full combo from Foxy. It's looking quite bleak at the moment. Taco needs to do better. He needs to win this
Down
set.
three's out. Really good stuff. Oh, but unfortunately caught with the negative frames once again.
Foxy gets the two. He gets the 2-frame link. He gets the max damage. You can see the max damage that Foxy can even get.
Knockdown. Overhead setup. -3. Goes for a down one. Taco not pressing buttons. Gets caught by the string this time. Good break. Saves himself into the game. Oh, and he does the punishable teleport. That was not a great read at all. Into the brutality from Foxy Grandpa. Taco needs to win the next 3 games. Otherwise, he's not going to LA.
But what character does he play? Does he stick with Master of Souls Ermac and effectively bet it on 50-50s and Unsafe Vortex? Or does he go back to Grandmaster Sub-Zero and tries to play on fundamentals alone and tries to just get on that? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see.
I don't know what I would suggest to him. I mean, like, I would say go with what your heart tells you. Sub-Zero is this guy's main. And if you really feel like Ermac just isn't working.
Sub-Zero took him to 2nd place in Mid-Season Showdown, last round, last game. It took him to the Holland qualifying champion. It took him to the qualifiers in general. This guy knows what it means to win with Sub-Zero. So when he's opting to stick with Master of Souls Ermac.
He just genuinely must not like the matchup, but he needs to win the next 3 games. Otherwise, Nivek is going to be your 5th qualifier going to LA next week for that 100k pot. But let's go. Is Taco going to pull this one through? Oh, opts to spend the bar immediately. That is never great. Trying to get the first hit with the bar.
For the first time in the set, he will not get the first hit bonus. Opts to backdash, tries to slow it down, get it middle. Goes for a soul ball, doesn't quite get the catch, and there's the air-to-air. Wow, Foxy goes just for a projectile instead of a normal conversion. Earbun Hat forced to block, good blocks from Taco. Oh, presses buttons this time. This is the link.
Foxy doesn't get the 2-frame link, but has the pressure anyway. Does the delayed string to try and get him to think that throw's coming. Once again, doesn't get the 2-frame link. Oh, he cuts pressing the button again.
It's that one string, it hits so many times. Taco's just getting blown up by it right now. Opts to finish that string, 0 on block, good idea. Oh, meter burn! This will take around Foxy Grandpa, match point!
It's looking bleak right now for Taco from, Lowland Lions. Like, this guy needs to win the next 3 games. I mean, that is no easy feat against Foxy, but it has to be done if he's going to go to LA.
Down 1, good stuff. But Foxy will counter poke himself. Once again, misses the conversion, but just look at the meter. Look at Foxy's meter.
There from Taco, though. Somehow spending all that bar, he still has more bar than Taco.
Oh, he tries to convert, doesn't quite get it. Taco checking out a down 3, doing these highs. Oh, goes to the overhead. Unsafe Vortex, but he's going to make it work. There's just a full-on combo here. 38% damage, not bad at all. Oh, Foxy no doubt tried to interrupt, didn't get it. He's got to watch these jumps. These meter burn spins are going to blow him up.
Foxy saving his bar. He's going to go for chip after here, or go for a grab. Gets the backdash on the Vortex. That was so costly.
This is all or nothing for Taco right now. This is chip damage territory. Opts not to finish it.
And he gets the reversal. Live in to fight another day. Taco needs to win this round. Otherwise, Nivek is going to be your 5th European qualifier.
Throws away his soul ball. Will regenerate in time with this throw, though. Back to the corner. This is going to be so tough. Opts to go for the corner reversal. Oh, and there's the Andy cross up by Foxy Grandpa. Meter burn spin. Misses the combo, though. It's the throw.
It's looking quite bleak for Taco at the moment. He has the meter, but he's spending it all on reversals. Spends the bar and gets hit anyway. Not a great situation to be in, especially against Tempest Kung Lao. Gets caught trying to jump.
No longer going to build a breaker in time for the end of the round. He has a mountain to climb right now.
Oh,
and that's the throw.
He gets the good tech. The throw tech.
Catches a combo. He cannot drop this. He cannot drop this. Gets the restand. Vortex or nothing. Taco. Oh, blocks the Vortex. Oh, doesn't block punish correctly though.
He gets the down 1. He gets the conversion. Drops it, but gets hit by the meter burn spin. Oh, he tried. He tried at the end.
He got the string. You can convert from that. Unfortunately, Taco misses. Neutral jumps. As soon as Foxy sees him leave the ground, quick wake up, meter burn spin, game.
Unfortunately, Taco is not going to be your 5th qualifier. That will now go to Nivek from Greece.
Massive congratulations to Nivek for being the 5th and final European qualifying player. And I would like to personally say thank you for entering, Taco. Well done today for all of your success and being the just out of the range of the top
We will
points.
see you this weekend, my friend. We will see you this weekend in Paris. But, oh, unfortunate there. The sequence was going. He fought his way out the corner. He got the Vortex on the go. He got the Vortex on the go. It was just really unfortunate that when he got it on the go, he just dropped the conversion and then got hit by the jump in.
It's like we were saying before. I mean, you don't want to be in that situation when you're looking to yourself like, if only I didn't drop combo A, or if only this didn't happen. That right there
is case in point.
Obviously, not to rub salt in the wound or anything. That's the last thing I want to do. Like, we've known Taco for a while. He's a phenomenal player. And like I said before, we will see you this weekend in Paris, Taco, where you'll be Holland's qualifier for the Combat Cup. So we're looking forward to seeing you play there. But you just hate to see that kind of thing happen to make someone lose a set. But congratulations to Foxy Grandpa for what is now his 6th ESL Pro League Grand Finals, where he'll be playing
his 8th because of the pre-seasons.
I suppose, yeah.
But the 6th.
But, of the actual season itself, where he is now waiting for the winner of Madzin or Jim. So, will it be him versus Grandmaster Sub-Zero again, or will he get the Tempest Lao Mirror?
I don't know, because we know that Madzin fights Foxy a lot. Like,
we know that because of that, Madzin doesn't like fighting Kung Lao.
I know. So the question is Madzin going to pick a different character, or is he going to go with Sub-Zero and try and adapt? Because the thing is, if you play one player all the time, you know, you can't think this matchup sucks and I'm not playing this character, because just because one person knows the matchup really well doesn't necessarily mean that you're you know, just because X person knows it doesn't mean that Y person will.
Case in point, if I don't like a matchup, like this is purely theory, if I don't like a Shinnok matchup because, for example, let's say if I'm fighting Quan Chi as Shinnok, I know that Quan Chi can punish standard Hellsparks on block with the Trance from practically all ranges. So normally, against a Quan Chi player, I won't throw out Hellsparks. However, if I do like 2 or 3 of them in a set, and I see the Quan Chi player not once even attempts to punish it, I'll say to myself, he doesn't know about it. He doesn't know it's an option. It's something he can do, but he's not doing it.
Or if he's trying to punish something else.
And that will then make, you know, your life easier in the set. Madden's going to have to look for that now. He knows Foxy punishes back too. Foxy does this, he does that, he does this, does that. If Jim doesn't do it and establishes that threat early, Madzin will run away with it and go full Rago, which we know that Madzin is known for doing in sets.
If Madzin knows that he doesn't get punished for certain things, he will go nuts. You know, he will go nuts on you. That's just the way he plays. You know, he's an aggressive player if he knows that he's not getting punished. Like almost like Mitsu owns as well, where if players aren't getting punished, they'll run with that knowledge and then do really well. Either way, we are getting Madzin in the game right now. But, you know, I just, you know, once again, congratulations, Taco, for getting as far as you did. We will see you this weekend. You guys will be able to watch Taco play in the Mortal Kombat Cup finals, the European finals, where he'll play out for 20,000 euros.
The Mortal Kombat Cup, like, who do we have there? We've got Kraken.
So many good players.
Fasol, I believe, was the Spanish qualifier, which is fantastic. So we've got Kraken in Italy with, I believe, Mark Swinner on black. But he does play Outlaw as well. So, you know, for the set coming up, we now have Jim versus Madzin. You have 3 minutes to make your predictions. Who do you think is going to win? First place will walk away with this cool reptile mask. Second place will get Baraka mask. And third place will get a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. So you have 3 minutes to make your predictions now. Please follow the Twitch bot and the Twitch chat for more instructions on how to do this. Best of luck with your predictions. We hope you win some cool stuff. But no, the Mortal Kombat Cup European finals. We have Kraken. We've got Fasol. We've got Foxy Grandpa. We've got Edie Ikesy. We've got Nivek is there as well. We have, once again, Taco. Like, it is all to go. It's got such a creepy face.
It's cool, isn't it?
It is. I like it. It's got almost like an Eggheads vibe to it.
I didn't even know it existed. Sorry, guys, just pulling away from it. That's cool, isn't it? One of you guys at home is going to walk away with this, and I have touched it, which makes it more valuable. No doubt.
Oh, Lord.
I've reached that point. We'll try and rest it. It's kind of collapsed a little bit. We'll keep it there.
You had it at one point, but now it's kind of...
It's kind of just melted, isn't it?
It's folded in on itself.
It got fed up. Either way, Mortal Kombat Cup this weekend is going to be very, very substantial, because as you just said...
We are serious about Mortal Kombat, we swear.
It's a Mortal Kombat mask. Of course I like it. It's cool. Baraka. You can now look like Baraka. There you go. Or Reptile, whatever you want. I don't know if they make more, but they are cool. But either way, with the Mortal Kombat Cup in Europe, where you've got, it's Foxy, Edie Ikesy, Kraken, Fasol, Taco. That's the one. I had Taco in my mind, I just couldn't say it. And we have other players as well. Like, so many other countries are being represented. This is going to be as far as I'm aware, it's full-on top 16.
It's through and through the best Europe has to offer, as far as I'm concerned.
No doubt about it. No, and it's going to be and it's offline competition, really good quality play, and I can't wait for it. And it's going to be Paris. Who doesn't want to watch?
And they're playing for 20,000 euros as well, so that's not a bad prize at all.
That is a big deal. That is a big deal, because who doesn't want to play for big money? I mean, this is a really good time to be a competitive Mortal Kombat player, because we have, you know, the grassroots tournaments that are receiving these pot bonuses. We had Combo Breaker and CEO. Now Evolution with the 50k pot bonus. We have the ESL leagues with the weekly $1,000, you know, prize pots. The top 16 in Burbank where it's $100,000. The Mortal Kombat Cup, which has been going around Europe, where it's a 20,000 euro prize pot. And it's like, if you're a competitive Mortal Kombat player, now's a really good time to do it, because it's just, there's so much to play for. It's no longer just playing for the love of the game, it's playing for more.
Whoa, is Madzin going Blood God?
Hang on a minute, what?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is Madzin actually playing Blood God in tournament, contrary to what he said he would never do?
Is he playing it in the button check? Is it the button check he's doing it?
He's going to troll us. I know this Madzin is going to troll us with this.
He keeps trolling us and picking Blood God, and it's only a button check.
He knows we want to see his Blood God against actual,
It's a button check.
It is, but...
I'm annoyed.
Yeah, but he might pick it. He might. Madzin has a phenomenal Blood God Kotal Khan.
Which the people will never see, because he doesn't pick it in tournament, does he?
Blood God Kotal Khan.
He's already qualified. He could do it. He could make us all, give us a good show and pick Blood God, but he's probably going to pick Sub-Zero again.
Blood God Kotal Khan received a buff a few patches ago where his Obsidian Totem is now reduced, so he takes no chip damage on block, I believe, and he takes significantly reduced damage. I'm not sure if the damage reduction was always like that, but the fact that he doesn't take chip damage now means that if he gets a Sun Ray, as well as the Obsidian Totem, he is regenning health at a phenomenal rate.
Meteor Burn Sunray too. That's where it becomes real. It's the damage mitigation of Blood God is very, very good. Because if you just, as Musa just said, you know, put up a damage mitigation totem and then put up Meteor Burn Sunray, sit in it from full screen. If the guy's doing high projectiles, you know, you're taking no chip damage. They're building a little bit of meter, but your health is just shooting up. And if they hit you with any projectile, it almost doesn't matter because you almost instantly negate the damage you just took and it comes back instantly. Because you took less damage from the projectile originally because you have damage mitigation totem. So it's a really good variation to kind of...
But then, if you're against Tempest Lau and he's doing that much damage to you, the damage reduction is going to be real.
Yeah, it will be.
You're turning 40% B&Bs into like 20%. It is almost 50% damage reduction, I swear, like when I fight him. It's almost like he's got 2 life bars sometimes. Like it gets really difficult because
sometimes
you know he's
3.
got those options.
Sometimes 3 life bars.
It depends on who you're playing, depends on what character you're using. But for the most part, the Obsidian Totems are a problem. But who knows? He might not use it. He might just be trolling us once again in the button check, which he normally does.
We're in the character select screen, so we are going to find out if he's trolling us. And he is. He's gone Sub-Zero. He's gone Revenant Sub-Zero. He's gone Cryomancer, though. He's picked Cryomancer.
Oh, wow.
So there is that. There is that.
Not quite as interesting as Blood God Kotal Khan.
I agree. I would like to see more Blood God Kotal Khan.
Well, obviously, you know, stick with your guns. There is still money on the line. There's still a difference between $100 and at least $500, $300. So there is a lot to play for. Because Jim's got the NetherRealm Studios badge. Congratulations to him. Oh, when he tags the other, gets the all-important first hit, especially as Cryomancer. Oh, there's a dive kick. No clean punish, though.
No punish on the dive kick. Punishes it with a down 4. That's a big mistake.
And there's a clean punish from Jim, 34%. Not bad at all.
Oh, clean jump in. That's always amazing when you get that jump in just out of the corner.
Oh, Meatman Hammer tries to nice. But there's a teleport from Jim to say no. Gets the full-on string. Good bait on the wake-up teleport.
That's to be good damage.
35%. Goes to down 2, predicts a jump out of the corner, but not quite. Oh, wow, clean round 1 to Madsen.
I think this can be a game of who predicts whose advancement. You know, if you can predict their advancement really well, counter poke really well, you're in a good situation.
Jim acknowledging that the full range game will be his. Oh wow, and there it is, just waiting for the teleport. Madsen showing tremendous patience, and there's a full whiff punish. Just the string by itself doing 20% damage. Crazy.
I mean, that's great damage. Oh, and he gets the whiff punish again, and just like that, 50% of Jim's health is gone.
Catches the jump, but no full conversion. Wake up slide, Madsen doing the risky stuff, no breaker available. Oh. There's the meat button spin to counter poke.
That was a nice read. That was a nice read. Does drop the conversion though. Gets the overhead. Gets the round. That's kill. That's it.
Game 1, swiftly to Madsen. Perfect execution. Doesn't drop anything. Makes the most of his damage. Reads on the teleport. Good use of the down 4 interfering advantage. Clean play. Really clean play from Madsen.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, Jim just a lot of the time it was just caught pressing buttons. You know, caught pressing buttons and getting whiff punish. The same way he's going to whiff punish you for pressing buttons. I almost feel like Madsen was just playing Jim's game against him with, you know, very similar damage in the sense that, no, if you catch someone with a forward 4 as Cryomancer sub, one forward 4 will be 25% damage like that, gone instantly. You know,
into restand, you can't even wake up. You can't even wake up.
That's the important thing. He's gone back for Tempest, straight up rematch. I think, you know, as we say many times, I don't feel like that's a change of character situation. I think it's just adjust, you know, make the adjustment to the player. But, you know, Madsen, really strong showing from Cryomancer. We'll see if he can keep it going. Who knows? Loading into the next match now.
Going into game 2. See, Jim is player level 68. That's one of the highest player levels I've seen so far.
Oh, right like that. Acknowledging that Jim's going to try and get it. Does drop the combo, though.
There's a full cross-up jumping punch from Jim. 31% damage, not bad. Orbiting hat.
Nice neutral jump punch there. I mean, Madsen did try and jump out the corner last time, so I respect the attempt to try and do a neutral jump there.
Oh wow, and once again whiffing the standing 1 to get that max range low from the 2 into the combo as well.
Jim has to break that. He has no meter to do the meter burn spin, so the anti-air is much harder.
Oh, goes to the grab. He thought Madsen was going to sit there and block, no doubt.
Nice hit confirm into slide.
Nice fuzzy guarding. Nice hard knockdown. No orbiting hat, just goes straight for the sprint to push him into the corner, and there's the meter burn to interrupt. Good stuff from Madsen.
I was just about to say you can, because you can armor interrupt that. We've seen Madsen armor interrupt that many times before. The second I saw that string, I knew Madsen was going to do something there. Really good play there from Madsen.
Showing that Madsen does need an ice clone to win games. Trying to trade, doesn't quite get it in time. Obviously Jim acknowledging that his hat will win that trade.
That was actually a really late anti-air. I think Madsen actually pressed a button upon landing, which gave him the punish there. The cross-up, Jim being very timid with these meter burn. I mean, he could punish that hammer with the teleport punish. Surely you can punish hammer with meter burn spin. Does it not reach? I'm not quite sure. You can interrupt both hammers, I believe. At least the regular one. The back 1-2 into hammer is fully interruptible. Oh, there's the back 3. Full convert by Jim. How much damage he's looking at? Drops the follow-up, 29% damage. Oh wow, good trade for Madsen. Bad trade for Madsen. Definitely a bad trade for Madsen, I think. No, I assume Madsen had a bit more life at the time. Yeah, he's sitting at 2 bars a meter though. That's 2 meter burn hammers. Oh, catches jump in. He got it too early. He got the jump, but he just was not in a position to get the jump in. Oh, nice conversion though. Big damage from an overhead. Did you notice Madsen on block opt to end the string in the slide because he knows that Jim's looking for the overhead hammers now? Of course, yes. Drops the follow-up. Oh, meter burn hammer. And he gets the conversion. Oh, and he does drop the follow-up though. And the follow-up's where the damage comes from. There's that max range jump too. Madsen caught pressing buttons. Nice conversion from Jim. Oh, and that could be it. Madsen didn't have the stamina to convert, but Jim didn't finish the combo. This could be big. This could be the single. Does not get the conversion. Tries to whiff punish. The dive kick doesn't quite get it. This could be big. Oh, Madsen. There's the dive kick. Jim just throwing out dive kicks, trying to make it stick. Unfortunately, Madsen's execution let him down there. Did drop a few crucial combos, and unfortunately it did come back to bite him, and Jim walks away with the match. I think he just did the back 2 too late. He tried to combo into back 2 and just didn't get it. Assuming that would have potentially been either hard knockdown into slide or a back 2 into forward 4 to grab for Cryomancer. But either way, did back 2 slightly too late, and the jumper punch connected, but the back 2 was blocked. Very unfortunate there, but he's going to go straight for Cryomancer again. I agree with that decision. Like I said, that was more of an adjustment thing, you know. I don't think another character or variation change is necessary at all. But it'll be a straight up rematch, 1-1 both players. Really good set so far, enjoying it. Oh, it's fantastic. Really enjoying seeing just the clash of styles, really, because normally we see Madsen do a lot of risky slides, I suppose, because obviously he's normally got a clone to make that threat a bit more dangerous. But even with Cryomancer, we're seeing him do it less. Oh, Jim gets that jump in too, though. I'm really impressed by Jim's Tempest. I feel like he's got some really solid play. Nice punish from Madsen, though. That was a good call to break from Jim. That would have been deceivingly high damage. Nice down 2. Tries to punish, but gets the backdash out, but Madsen still gets caught. Wake up down 2 to whiff punish the throw. Not too bad for Madsen at all. Oh wow, anti-air, orbiting hat. Good hard knockdown, good meterless damage. Jumps into the hat. Oh, nice counter poke, knowing that Madsen's going to go in and press his buttons. Goes for the grab, just so Madsen can't break. Nice decision, good stuff. Madsen's in at 3 bars, but a swift round 1 to Jim. Ending Madsen in the corner, all the screen to work with right now. Really good stuff. Oh, nice reactions on the slide there. Oh, when he holds it and walks straight into that spin. Oh wow, goes to the low 50-50. Looks like Jim's been paying attention to Foxy Grandpa's play. Such deceivingly high damage on that overhead. Oh, nice trip guard there from Jim. Full combo on the landing frames. 29% damage into hard knockdown. Orbiting hat. Madsen caught pressing buttons and wake up. Forced to break. Oh wow, gets a jump over but doesn't manage to convert. And there's a spin to interrupt. Good stuff. Jim really acknowledging that now. And that's the interrupt as we just mentioned, but because armor clashed with armor, they both had a good exchange. Madsen standing 1 doesn't beat the down 1. Oh wow, there's a jump in. Good stuff, but no convert from Madsen. And he wasn't ready for that jump either. And he's got the frames. He's still going to be alive, but the chip alone would have done that. Really good stuff from Jim. Okay, so he's 2-1 up. 2-1 up on Madsen. Jim is 1 game away from making it to Grand Finals in his first ESL week, where he might fight, he will, if he gets Grand Finals, will fight Foxy Grandpa in no doubt a Kung Lao Mirror match. That's really not something we've seen for quite some time. Normally, if we see a Kung Lao Mirror on the European ESL, it's going to be Fasol versus Foxy, but, you know, Fasol's not here this week. So we know that Foxy is waiting for the winner of this set. Madsen, you know, by no means is he out of this set. He won the first match very convincingly. And again, he's starting to drop combos that are costing him potentially game-winning situations. But it's because Jim is making the most of these drops. Looks like Madsen is going back to Grandmaster. Looks like he's done messing around with Cryomancer. But, you know, hopefully he doesn't, like, if he wins this next game and then loses, he's going to be in the situation of, man, maybe I should have changed the game sooner. But, you know, who knows? We'll see. But he has gone straight for Grandmaster. Madsen picks the stage a lot. This is definitely his favourite stage, I think. Oh, Jim gets that first hit. I mean, robbing Sub-Zero of that first hit is one thing. But he runs straight into the meter burn. Spin. Probably going for the whiff punish, but did it a bit too early. Wake up down 4 just to get out of it.
Wow, crazy seeing Kung Lao's jump 2 actually lose an air trade. You don't see that very often. Just getting Madsen trying to stick out the 2 and the 1-2 string to get the low, but Jim just counter poking with meter burn spin all the time now. Really good stuff. Oh, guess it this time. Clone's not quite close enough to actually get the combo though. Here comes Madsen. That was definitely the combo he tried to do with Cryomancer but didn't get. He's on it now. Down with that meter burn spin. Tries standing one out, yeah, doesn't get it. Oh, and he drops it. That could have been it, but he times his jump in too early, and then the dive kick from Jim will take him to match point. He got the jump, but he did a preemptive jump 1, probably thinking Jim was going to jump instead if he just committed to the jump. Oh wow, and there's the read from Jim just to get through the ice clone. Hard knockdown, orbiting hat, good setup from Jim. Madsen pressing buttons once again. Oh, drops the link this time, but decides not to finish the 440. He knows it's punishable. Really, really smart play from Jim right now. Oh, and he commits into the slide. That's very unsafe. Oh, what a lovely throw tech from Jim. Walks straight into the ice zone this time, but he does have a breaker available, saves and damage. That's the thing about Tempest Lao. A lot of his offense, you know, his combo damage doesn't cost meter, so you generally can spend a lot of meter. Oh, he drops the combo again! This might be game. Oh no, he drops it once again! Jim's execution letting him down. Madsen still, he's still able to fight this. Got a feeling Jim's fishing for that teleport right now. Oh wow, that's crazy! He gets the teleport, but he commits to the grab! Oh, that's a chip from Madsen! Somehow stays alive. Chip damage territory. Jim looking at 2 bars with Madsen cornered. This is a miserable situation to be in, but Madsen is making the comeback in the set. Oh, and he goes straight in. Gonna have to spend his bar on that breaker. Oh, Madsen drops it again. Gets the jump back punch. Meter burn spin on wake up. And once again, drops the combo. Another meter burn spin. Jim acknowledging Madsen's lack of execution right now is going to cost him a lot of damage. I feel like Madsen is just dropping too many combos. Gets a clean jump in. Jim has to break. He's ready for that teleport always. Amazing reactions from Madsen. Nice clone. Goes in for the frame advantage. Down 4s. Tries to make most of it, but knocks him down. This will be a game for Madsen. Oh, he drops it once again, but that will take it. Sloppy game from Madsen, but I'm sure he'll take it. The important thing, I think, was just catching those jumps. You know, just Jim doesn't ever seem really. The one thing about Jim is he seems to be rarely ready for a jump to anti-air with meter burn spin. He gets caught by jumps quite a lot for a Kung Lao player. But Madsen is taking full advantage of that. So Jim is really ready for this meter burn spins for reversal and for interrupting combo strings and stuff like that. But he's very rarely using meter burn spin for anti-air purposes. What I do like is, obviously, you know, we did point out, Madsen is dropping a lot of his combos in that last match, but his reads are there. He is making read after read after read, reaction after reaction after reaction, just fundamental solid play. That even though he's missing out on a lot of damage, he's still getting damage because he's just forcing himself to make those extra hard reads, but he's doing it consistently. And, you know, to his credit, he is 1 game away from making it into Grand Finals. This is now 1 game for both players to make it in. Jim opts to go for Tempest Lao once again. Madsen going to have to stick with Grandmaster. It's an even set right now, 2-2. The closest set we have had today. Looks like the clone is doing him some favors though, because it's just stopping Jim from just advancing the way Kung Lao normally wants to. Just when the clone is there, it is a threat. But I like how Jim is acknowledging that when he's got the life feed, he's going for those hat trades because he knows that he'll be able to beat out the Sub-Zero Ice Ball with them. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is an important game for both players. Both players want to get Grand Finals right now. That is undoubtable. But the question is, who's going to get into Grand Finals to fight Foxy? Match has started. The first hit's going to go to Madsen. The all-important first hit against Tempest Lao, denying him that meter build, denying him the plus frames as well. Lovely reactions from Madsen again. You cannot teleport as Kung Lao against Madsen. He will punish you every time. Nice interrupt from Madsen. Because he's got the first hit bonus, he's got it to work with. Just a quick early trade. Oh wow, goes in straight for the slide. That's that Madsen special. Oh, drops the chain, unfortunately. A little bit too far away. But always ready. He is always ready for that. I tried to do it again, but it's ever so slightly too late, and Jim does get it. I am quite confused to see Jim continuously going to the teleport as an option when he is time after time being punished for it. It's kind of strange because he keeps being punished for the teleport, but we saw that 3 times. He got punished for it twice, and his 3rd play was another teleport. That was meter burn ice, but that could have been the round. There's the meter burn ice. Late wake up! Oh wow, instant jump kick! Oh my god! What was that? Madsen gets 2 ahead of himself, tries to whip punish with a slide, but ends up going straight into the active frames of the meter burn spin. He finds himself in the corner. Oh, he slides into the jump too, but he does drop the combo. Nice hit confirmed from Jim to realise that it's been blocked.
Obviously, Madsen's got the corner game. Oh, wow, but there's the preemptive neutral jump punch from Jim, knowing Madsen's going to go in. There's the teleport catches again, but no confirmed. This time he does, though, again, no into meter burn spin. And he gets the interrupt, but that has no sprint, so he can't run in and punish it. Oh, he walks into it. So many times has Madsen walked into this meter burn spin. Oh, wow, this is dangerous territory for Madsen. This could be game. Jim will take this set, making his way into grand finals and finishes it with a brutality. Really good stuff from Jin. Well played to Madsen, making it into the semi-finals, but Jim will be going to his first grand finals where he'll fight a Foxy Grandpa and will no doubt be a Tempest Kung Lao mirror match. I'm very excited for that. I mean, I'm still kind of getting over the fact that Madsen slid into that meter burn spin. I don't think I've ever seen someone walk into so many, but it was all right near the end of the active frames. Of course. It was Madsen trying to wait for it to stop being active, and then just as he thinks it's going to end, he goes in and he catches the end of it. It's very heartbreaking stuff. I mean, I'm sure Madsen isn't heartbroken. I mean, he is one of the 5 Europeans that is going to LA because he won the mid-season showdown. He is one of your qualified players, guaranteed to go to LA next week for the 100k pot. Jim is a player that, as far as I'm aware, this is the first time we've actually seen him in the ESL. First time we've seen his gameplay broadcast. Yes, this is the first time we've seen this guy play. Really strong Tempest Lao. I'm really happy by seeing some of the stuff this guy's pulling out. Now he's got to fight, he has to fight the European player right now. He has to fight, not only just the European player, the European Kung Lao. He has to fight the player that has had so much global success with Kung Lao at this point. So he has his work out for him, but can you imagine the upset of the last week being won by someone that has not yet managed to make it into these top ends of the brackets, and not only manages to win the last week, but beats the #1 European player to do so? That'd be a hell of a statement. I mean, that would be an amazing thing for this guy to end on, Maybe I should have entered a bit more if he didn't enter a few. But, at the very least, this guy's showing us that he's here to play. Foxy is already in this room. We're going to be setting up almost good to go. Thank you very much at home, you guys, for staying with us so far. You have 3 minutes as of now to make your predictions. If you think Jim or Foxy is going to win the set, this is your final time to do so. This is done in the Twitch chat. It's done by ! predict, followed by the point you'd like to spend, up to 10, followed by the player you think is going to win the set. First place will walk away with a reptile mask. Second place walks away with a Baraka mask. And third place will get a Mortal Kombat X t-shirt. So this will be your last time to predict of the night for the European side of this league, at least. Obviously, we have America later, which we'll be doing prediction points as well. Well, there is just as many people battling for those last spaces as far as I'm aware, so it's all going to be to play for later on. I know I say that a lot, but it's because it's true. We have a lot of players that are even in points. It was, it was the case for EU, but it is even more so for NA, so make sure you guys are hanging around after we're finished here to watch that as well. And you'll find out who will be the last players next week. So we know that, obviously CIS is finished. We know that Cheap Eddie and La will be their 2 qualifiers. We know that in Europe, we now have Foxy Grandpa, Fasol, Mitsuones, Madsen, and Nivek. Nivek now. NA is now the only place that has not got 100% of their entrants finished and confirmed to go. As far as I'm aware, the American entrants, some of the ones that are confirmed is Sonic Fox. I know Sonic Fox, PL, Perfect Legend, and Bread. Big D. Big D. As far as I'm aware, Big D, or aka Bread, is one of the confirmed. I know that Sonic Fox and Perfect Legend are 100%. I'm certain that Big D is confirmed. Bread is confirmed. Okay, cool. But regardless, they still have those spaces that aren't. Well, they have 7. They have 7 or 6 now because Sonic Fox was one of the confirmed. But they have more potential spots tonight than we certainly did. With us tonight, it was 1 because there were 4 confirmed before tonight. But with America, as far as I'm aware, that is slightly different. I'm really looking forward to watching those guys because it's going to be just as important for them as it was for some of our guys tonight. And it's a life-changing sum of money, 100k pop bonus for next week's ESL Top 16 in Burbank, California, live from the ESL US studio. I mean, huge shout out to the ESL US guys anyway. We have people like Josh, Brian, Godspeed. These guys are all really, really class guys. And I'm really looking forward to working with them next week. Yeah, we'll be able to see them again next week. I hope they get the same catering company. Ooh, that catering company. That was chicken and waffles. It was good. Don't tempt me like that. It was good. It was good. Very good, to be honest. So we've got Jim. We've got Jim and Foxy Grandpa currently waiting now. Looks like Jim's demoing with Outlaw Aaron Black. Both players exchanging the art of the stance change dance that I'm sure you guys have seen online. Let's not forget the Sonic Fox speed bag. That is probably the best. We figured out how to do it. You guys ever noticed how Sonic Fox really rapidly presses down and then he's actually moving while he does it? We figured out how to do it. Enlighten the people, Ketchup. You hold your control stick left or right and then you mash down on your D-pad. So it's a two-handed thing. So one hand will move left or right, and the other hand mashes down on the D-pad, and that's how you do the Sonic Fox speed bag. You learn something new every day. It's vital information. It's vital information. Almost as important as Shinnok Air Tricky Pull. Instant air tricky
I
pull.
love how you consider that almost as important, even though that's a crucial thing to playing imposter.
I don't know, man. Sonic Fox Speed Bag. Being able to do that is quite important as well. I can't take that name seriously. I think it's a good name. It sums up Sonic Fox. He is all about speed, isn't he? And who is gonna do that in finish him more than Sonic Fox?
That is true. So you can see Foxy getting some combo practice down by the looks. This will be the last set of the European side of this league. Crazy.
How about that?
8 weeks later, and here we are. This close.
Kung Lao, Foxy in Grand Finals again. I'm pretty sure everyone expected it at this point. Versus Jim, a newcomer here, using Kung Lao as well. A Kung Lao mirror match is, what a fitting way to end this. To try and see if someone can defeat Foxy, it will take another Kung Lao to do it. Who knows?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Foxy, a player that's had loads of success with Buzzsaw and Tempest. Like, both of them, like, in the weeks to come.
Of course. Of course. Jim has actually gone Outlaw Aaron Black. I don't think he
Wow.
wants to play the mirror match. Now, I've never seen Jim play Outlaw, so who knows? Who knows how this is going to go? I don't recall if Foxy fought Sonic Fox while he was at the Commonwealth either. So
I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know how much he knows about a really good Outlaw Aaron Black. Or it might just be that Jim plays Aaron Black and doesn't want to do the Kung Lao mirror. There's always that. People never want to just do the mirror match. But here we go, I think. Yep, this is starting off. This is a real match. Foxy getting the first hit, very important.
Catch the neutral, doesn't get the orbiting hat, but wow, manages to get the throw off it. So as you can see, Foxy Grandpa bagged himself first hit, and as I've said so many times before, vital that Kung Lao manages to secure himself that meter.
I wonder what it is with Aaron Black players that are so 100% on those neutral slides. It's so unsafe on block, but they always get it.
Oh wow, goes to whiff punish, manages to get it in time. Oh, no stamina to convert the combo.
For Foxy. Nice down one.
See both players showing a lot of respect to each other's block right now.
I think they're both respecting each other's reversals quite significantly here. Oh, he gets the grab, throwing him in the corner. Is Jim going to slide? That's the question.
Oh, wow!
Gets the neutral jump punch.
Oh, he drops the combo. Bad stuff. Oh, unfortunately, Jim will lose round 1 to that combo drop. And Foxy Grandpa back to the corner though against Aaron Black, Outlaw. Not the place you want to be. Corner game so dangerous for so many rushdown characters, and there's the confirm.
Nice confirm from Foxy there, just catching the air normal. Oh, double overhead. No whip punish though from Jim.
Damage is just there on the table. Foxy Grandpa manages to make the most of the orbiting hat.
Hard knockdown, orbiting hat.
Oh, and he gets the overhead.
He tries to do that, tried to go through the armor, but ever so slightly mistimed the string.
Gets the jump over. This will be the game if he doesn't break. Good break from Jim. Saves himself from losing the game.
Oh, and he slides straight into the hat, and the chip alone will kill him. Foxy taking game 1. Very convincing. Very convincing.
Jim's going to go back and try the Tempest mirror
I
match.
don't know. Sometimes if you prove to someone that you are, if you prove that you're really competent with a character, and you pick a different character and get blown up, it's normally quite likely that you're going to go, you know what, nah, I'm going with my main character, and that's it.
Well, I have no doubt that Jim does have a good outlet on Black.
Oh, of course. It's just Foxy denied him that, really.
However, he was getting a lot of opportunities to do damage, and he just unfortunately dropped the confirms. Whereas with Kung Lao, he was doing, playing really good footsies. He was getting the whiff punishes the back 3, good meter build. Like, just the fundamental stuff we've seen him do with Tempest Lao, we didn't really get a chance to see much at all with Outlaw.
Speaking of Tempest Lao, Jim has indeed gone Tempest Lao. So it's going to be a full-on mirror match right now.
I realize whenever Foxy plays the mirror match, he picks a Revenant Kung Lao.
He does. Whenever he's in the mirror match, he always picks Revenant. I think Revenant in Buzzsaw is a cool look. I think if you're going to pick Revenant, only ever pick Revenant if you're going to pick Buzzsaw, because that is the true stuff. Really good stuff.
Hat.
It is a good hat. It's a sweet hat. Okay, so first hit's going to be very important here. Oh, and Foxy gets that jump too. I mean, his reads on a jump in too are always just ridiculously strong.
See, the hat doesn't return in time, so he can't meter burn it. There's the anti-cross-up meter burn spin. Something we see Foxy do for days. Drops the follow-up. Oh, wow, normal spin from Jim on Wake Up.
I'm not sure if that was an intended meter burn spin, but either way. And he gets the interrupt.
Almost round 1. This is chip territory. This is chip damage territory.
That's just, it's unlikely. Jim can't really do anything in that situation. The orbiting hat's there. Can't delay Wake Up, can't jump. I mean, everything will hit you, and that orbiting hat's on the screen, and you're nearly chippable to death.
Just to jump out. Foxy Grandpa not quite tight enough for the plus frames. Another good throw from Jim. Get out of the throw tag.
Oh, Foxy ready for that. Whiff punishes the spin. Goes for the max damage, but does drop it.
Opts not to finish the string, so Foxy knows the throw's there.
I mean, that's the interesting thing. When you start interrupting the string there, you're basically showing the opponent that if I'm going to consistently... And that's it! He does the delayed run to make it look like he's going to go for a grab. So the second you try and press the button to take the grab, you eat a full string. That's the stuff that Foxy does. Oh, and he gets the grab as well. Really dominant. I think he remembered from game 1 that Jim at the overhead, so he knows he's blocking the low. So as soon as he knows he's blocking, this is going to be chip territory once again. So insane, the pressure here. And he gets a revenge brutality. 2-0 up. Foxy Grandpa right now, 1 game away from winning the season finale. I love how the Revenants have Revenant voices. I love how it's learned from this, but it's slightly echoed because he's Revenant. That's pretty cool. It is cool.
Well observed.
It is the nice attention to detail that makes Mortal Kombat X so good, I think.
We might have 1 match left in the European side of the ESL League.
Wow, I mean, I thought this... I don't want to speak too soon, because Jim could always pull this back, but I thought it would potentially be a bit closer.
We've seen numerous comebacks in Grand Finals. Obviously, Sumerian in week 1 or 2, was it?
2, I believe. 2 or 3.
Regardless, early on in the league, we saw Sumerian make a phenomenal comeback. Literally in this exact sort of situation. He was 2 games down, managed to bring it back until match point, where it was easily like the closest Grand Final set we've seen, aside from the mid-season showdown.
Which was a very, very good Grand Final set. Taco versus Madsen. Down to the last round, last game. So strong. Grandmaster mirror match as well. But I mean, you know, this is the final, this could be the final set of our final week of Season 1 for the EU ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. Who knows what's going to happen.
Jim's opted to stay with Tempest Kung Lao one last time.
Oh, instant dive kick. I mean, that's risky stuff, but still not afraid.
You see Jim do a lot more neutral jump punches than Foxy Grandpa. I'm not quite sure why that is.
He probably thinks Foxy's going to run it into a string. You know, I think he's going to probably try and blow up the string attempt with a neutral jump punch. Oh, but Foxy with that delayed meter burn spin to blow through that string there.
Gets the orbiting hard knockdown.
Oh, good block on the low. Oh, unfortunately, Foxy just onto him with these meter burn spins now.
Well, it worked against Madsen because Madsen kept mistiming it, so he kept walking into the delayed meter burn spin. Foxy, that is 2 for 2 that he's actually full on whip punished it. So I hope Jim realizes that's different because Foxy Grandpa is now on tournament point of the final week.
Oh, that's an instant jump back dive kick. Really smart stuff to blow through a poke there from Foxy. Nice reversal from Jim.
Hard knockdown, orbiting hat, good stuff. Goes for just the full on block pressure. Foxy caught pressing buttons in between it.
Oh, and he catches him overhead, gets the 2-frame link. Jim will build breaker right when this combo is over almost.
Hard knockdown.
Oh, and he gets the delayed reversal. Jim's still not afraid to go to that option. But now he has 1 bar of meter.
I see Foxy Grandpa with the next ray, and that makes me nervous.
Foxy wasn't ready for the meter burn spin. Opting to save his... Well, actually, it wasn't really opting to save bar. He had no stamina. Couldn't break.
So Jim really manages to bring a round back. Good stuff. He has 2 games in a round left to go to make this comeback.
Jim reluctant to go for the hat there, even though Foxy had no reversal. Oh, Foxy tried to get a punish there, but then got a jump instead.
Good blocks from Jim, playing patient right now.
But Foxy's going to build a lot of meter in the process.
Just look at his bar, he's not losing any meter.
And he gets the grab right at the end. That was all chip damage. He's lost 50% of his health, and that was pretty much all chip damage.
Oh, good jump. Unfortunately, doesn't get a neutral jump in time.
And he crossed up standing 1 from Foxy there.
He's 1 touch away from death. Jim will die in 1 combo if he doesn't fight back.
He tries to fight back, eats the orbiting hat. Oh, an amazing read on the spin. And Foxy's going to take it like that. Just like that. That is actually going to conclude the EU side of this ESL Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. But wow, Foxy was just, again, insanely dominant player. Insanely dominant player. There's no doubt about it. But it's right at the end there. I mean, that was the Tempest Lao blender of constant chip, constant meter build. You think he's going to run out of a bar, but he magically manages to get another one again.
So once again, much like last time, the only match Foxy Grandpa lost was 1 match against White Black. He has managed to win his 6th ESL Weekly, so massive congratulations to Foxy Grandpa. But personally, more importantly, thank you, Jim, for entering this week, for showing that new players can come out of the woodwork and place well if you're good enough to do it. So huge congratulations on your 2nd place. Enjoy your $300, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime.
This isn't the end though. Tune in just a few hours where we have the American side of this, where there are even more players playing out for what is up for grabs next week with the top 16 in Burbank, California, $100,000 of a pot. But this is the final week we'll be casting from here for Season 1. So a huge, massive thank you to Warner Brothers, massive thank you to ESL Poland, the guys behind the scenes making this all happen. You guys are doing an amazing job here. You know, we're just talking about it, but all the hard work's going on in that back room over there. So thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for what's happening tonight, and stay tuned especially for next week, where you will see the top 16 play out for that all-important massive prize pot. I'm Ketchup.
And I've been Mustard.
And you have been watching the ESL EU Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by Xbox. Good night.